Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. Well, it's Thursday, August 24th, and it's 7:30 Central Time, and it's day again, another day for investing and trading on the markets. Everything you see here is real, genuine. This is my real trades, my real positions, my real money, all of my money, and we aim to be the most honest channel on YouTube TV. I don't regard myself as a YouTuber. Some people find that hard to understand, the fact that I'm on YouTube. Well, if you do a little bit more research on me, then you will know I'm actually voted as the world piano man. Here is my music channel, Martyn Lucas on YouTube. Go and check me out. And I toured all over the world, 195 countries, over 37 years. I've been absolutely everywhere as an entertainer. And I decided a few years ago when COVID came and destroyed my business that I would go online, build a TV studio, which is what I hope you think this looks like, and provide the highest quality of audio, the highest quality of video, go live up to 10 hours a day, every trading day, to build a family and a reputation and an audience around the world. In fact, we have members now in 39 countries, paid members on our memberships scheme, and we have members in 39 countries. 95% of our live viewers are members. A YouTuber is someone who makes a video to make money on a video, and they might go a little bit live now and again, but they're not about building a family or live community. They're about building their wealth, making money on videos. For me, it's the very opposite. Let money take care of itself and build a family around the world. The money will take care of itself. That's the way I've always run my life. And welcome to the show. And we go through the live trades every day. We discuss what's going on with the news. We have live phone-ins. And here we are. Welcome once again to the show. Okay, let's get ready to rock and roll. Bring all the links in that you need. Look below the video. You'll find all the links to my social media. If you are a member of the family, if you have joined the membership plan, it's only a couple of bucks a month. It's not designed there to make me rich at all. It's designed to provide the live streams. I don't make money on the live streams. I make money, I'm able to do it because of the memberships. And in return for you becoming a member, I like to give 20 times back. My motto is undersell, over deliver, always. And I aim to give you 20 times back. If you become a member, you can have a poll in the show. You can ask me to make a video. I will make a video for you. I will back test for a 10-minute review on a stock, time prohibiting, allowing, of course, in the show. You get a birthday celebration on your birthday. People pay me for that. You get that for free as a member. I will reply to all your questions, all your comments. I will answer you personally in all the chat. On social media, I will comment back to you, help you grow online. We have members days where I'll get everyone to subscribe to your YouTube channel or give you opportunities to get everyone to link to your website or your business. These are all the things that you can have, plus many, many more things as well. Beyond the show, call in, be a live researcher. I'm here to help you. You're supporting me, the family, so I then want to support you. 20 times back what you put in. Okay, let's get straight into the show and let's read our comments this morning. What have we got? We've got Mike, who is here first. Go Green. Good morning to you. Tio Roll. Hi. How are you, Tio Roll? I'm fine. Stephen Lewandowski from Florida. How are you? Hi, Stephen. Zed Hink. Morning, guys. Morning, said Stephen Lewandowski. Do you think Nvidia is leading us into an extended AI hype, or are people tired of it? Well, it's a good company. The numbers were phenomenal. I wouldn't want to be buying it now, however, but I'm already in it with the S&P. That's the way I look at it. And I'm also in AI with Amazon and Apple and other things. So there you go. No, I think it's got a long way to go. Is it overbought? Absolutely overbought. Mike, hi, how are you doing? Mike, Tio Roll, Zed Hink. There we go. All the comments in this morning. Excellent stuff. Let's go through our positions. And here we go. This is my actual money, my actual trades. As you can see, I'm in the green. The S&P is in blue. So I'm slightly ahead, only slightly ahead of the market at the moment. You can see my buying power, 64.73. This is my real cash. I use Robinhood as my bank, literally as my bank. I have literally a handful of dollars, and I mean a handful, I mean about $10 in the bank. That's it. Everything lives in here because I use this to invest. I use this to spend. I've got a cash card, credit cards on its way where I'll be earning points. So then I really will be completely independent of all the banks. And I earn 4.9% or APY for holding cash. Well, in Bank of America, I earn 0.5%. So obviously, I use this as my bank. Now, if you like this and you are in the US, coming to the UK later on this year, you can win live on the show today up to $200 in stock using my referral. I'm going to give it to you right now. Here's my link now. I'll give it to you. Copy it, as you can see. I'm doing it live on the show, and I'm going to drop it into the chat. If you, when it comes to the UK, which will be just, it's imminent. I don't know the exact date, but it's imminent. When it comes to the UK, if you wait for my referral, you'll all get free stocks. I'll get something as well, and I'll share with you what I get as well. So another thing to look forward to. All right, there's the link in the chat if you are in the US and you've not yet got Robinhood. So there you go. Now, we actually have had somebody live on the show win a Apple share. We've seen it happen. I think I did once as well, but 90% of the time I get the $5 one. But, you know, that's the way it goes between 5 and 200. It does vary. Right. Hi, Sid. Sid is here. How are you, Sid? Lovely to have you here from the Netherlands. Hello there. Great to have you here. Still no Kenvue stock. Where's my money? For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, we actually had a video come out a couple of days ago, actually, and it's all about where's my money. It's a satirical comedy video. Here it is. It's a bit of fun. Go and check it out. If you'd like to do that, please go and have a little look, see what you think of it. Where's my money? That's the deal that I exchanged from J&J to Kenvue. Now, we know the stocks have gone on Friday, which was at the top, which was good because the market has come down. J&J has come down since then. They've gone into J&J ZZZ. And if I share with you on the screen exactly what I mean about this, it's still there. Let me share with you on the screen. This is where it went to. And it's still there. So here it is, J&J ZZZ. And if you can see there, it does say there are 8 shares. So obviously it's been recognized, it's gone somewhere. And the best information that I can find, unless I just phone them up, which would be the easiest way. But of course, as we've said, as an Englishman, you don't phone up, you just like to moan. I could phone up and find out, but I haven't done that. So there you go. There's my 8 shares of J&J in my main account. And if I go to my Roth IRA, where the other half are, there are 6 in there. So as you can see, I've got 14 shares of J&J in J&J ZZZ, which means it's come out. That's why my portfolio is down by some few $1,000s. And it's waiting to go into Kenvue. If I look in Kenvue, it's not there. So the best information I have found is by Friday. By Friday. Now, I'm just hoping, of course, that I'm going to get the price when I left, the top price, and then I'm going to get the price at the bottom, which is where Kenvue was. Kenvue's risen since then. Anyway, all of that will be revealed when it gets revealed. Hi, Sid. Hi, Mike, says Sid. Lovely stuff. Not available in Canada. Batteries not included. There you go. That's Bill from Canada. Hi, Sid and Bill. Good morning. Hi, Bill. Hey, Stephen. I love all these friendly welcomes every morning. I love it. All right. Let me just refresh and do a bit of maintenance in the studio. Since last week, a few weird things now happen on YouTube. So let me just go back and check the studio behind me. So I'll turn the camera around so you can see where I'm going. Back over here in the studio. And we're going to change a couple of these settings. Do that. Do that. There we go. For some reason, we have to do that now. Don't quite know why. It's a strange thing that's happening on YouTube right now, but there it is. Right, quick sip of tea. And it's time to go through our positions. Okay, here we go. So, our overall portfolio slightly up. Virgin Galactic up 0.72. Mullen. We saw a massive pump yesterday just after I put my video out. That was very convenient, wasn't it? Very entertaining. That happened yesterday. Palantir up 3.27 today. Gold, still a buy, I think, at this level. The S&P 408. It bounced up yesterday, 0.5%. BK was up this morning, of course, but it's had a bit of a rally. We were down at 398. We're now at 408. So we've had a nice little rally since, if we look at it here, down 1.46, so it's up 1%. So it's done a couple of percent. So I've benefited a couple of percent from the benefits of NVIDIA, of course, because NVIDIA is a big part of the S&P. Amazon also benefited from that as well. That's up today. I'm now up 37% on my Amazon position. Apple, I'm up 7.5% now. Not bad at all. NVIDIA, I'm not in this one. It's trimming off this morning. It is up, but it's starting to come back. It got as high as 458. We're now at, hang on a minute, that doesn't make sense. Let me refresh that screen. It got as high as 511. Now we're back down at 500 and it's just dropping back. Let's have a look where it goes today. It's a good company. Certainly would like to buy it. Is it expensive? Yes. If we look down here at the actual valuation, we can actually see right here, it's a $1.16 trillion company. Higher 512, 52-week high that is, and price earnings ratio 244. So is NVIDIA overbought? I think we can all agree that it's ridiculously overbought. It might be a great company. And it is certainly growing. However, as an investor, not a gambler, you're looking to buy a company that is going to grow and is not already overbought and overvalued. You want to buy it undervalued. It's not a good idea to pay 244 times what a company's worth. That seems pretty crazy to me. But if we compare that, and that's why I say Google is, in my opinion, one of the best buys you can get, is 28 times earnings. Just to give you an idea, 28 times earnings. So Google is a 1.75 market cap. If we go and look at NVIDIA now, it is a $1.16 trillion market cap. So there you go. You get the idea. It's a smaller company, yet it's 244 times earnings. So of course, the earnings will grow into the price, but that's some hefty price ticket. I'm not prepared to pay that. Simple as that. Let's have a look. Have you also ordered an NVIDIA chip for your studio? It's probably inside my Mac, isn't it? It's probably everywhere. Yeah. Next year, energy. Now, of course, we've got the ex-dividend date. I think is it tomorrow? Let's have a little look. The ex-dividend date for NEE. It's imminent, I think. NEE, next year energy. Let me just search for it and tell you. The ex-dividend date is August 29th. We got 5 days to go. And of course, we got a weekend in front of that. So 26, 27, 28, that'll be Monday. Monday will be the ex-dividend date. And I can tell you, we have a decent dividend, which has increased. Here is the dividend that you're going to get with next year energy, 46.75, which is what it's been the last 3 quarters, but up from 42, up from 38. But let's just not paint the pretty picture. It was 140 cents back in 2020. All right, before then it didn't have a dividend. So it got a little bit carried away with its dividend of 125, 141. And then they went, hang on a minute, we can't afford this. 35, 38, 42, 46. That's where we want to be. So there we go. That's where we are right now. It's confirmed. And if you're in the stock by Monday, and remember that settled funds, you will get 46.7. So I'm in with solar, like solar, got to be in it. I'm in it to win it. All right. Okay, good stuff. Let's come back to the main screen. Good morning, Ed Nevius. How wonderful to see Ed Nevius back here on the show. So many of you now have got gold badges. Many of you will be turning gold soon. A lot of those yellow badges will be coming gold soon. And then, of course, we'll start to see our first red badges. That's, I think, when you've been a member for 2 years. Thanks, Ed. Cheers, Mr. Mike. Morning, Ed. Any word from Eric yet? Sadly, no. I've called him many times, messaged him, no answer. Goes straight to a voicemail, which is a generic voicemail. In fact, I think it's not set up. I think the voicemail is not set up, if I remember correctly. Nothing. He's disappeared from a member, so he's not a member anymore. He's disappeared from Discord. It's very sad. Eric B. He was such a support to the channel. I can't help thinking it can only be the worst situation, because one day he was on Ed Nevius's training program. Ed, did you ever get any feedback from him? He was on your training program, so you were talking to him, right? He was the winner. And he was in every day. He was tipping every day. He was doing like the crypto gifting. He was really active in the show. He was in the Discord every morning, welcoming everybody in. And then one day, everything was gone. Anyway, there we go. We've said before, as we are a family, and we get really dependent on our friends here. Everybody make sure, if the worst happened, somebody would call into the show, be on the chat, just to say what had happened. It's very, very important, because we talk to everybody every day, and it's inevitable at some point people won't come back. So always have somebody you can just come into the chat and say, even if it's just, if it's not the worst news, it's just the fact that you're in hospital, you're not well, or whatever, because everybody's here every day, and it'd be awful just to lose somebody like that. I won't ask anymore. Yeah, I don't think we can now, Mike. We've followed it up. There's nowhere to go. Hey, Stephen, no word yet. Okay, Octavio, good morning. Good morning, Zed Hink. Fibonacci, better move after getting sleep. Hope the market doesn't ruin it. Fibonacci says he's in a better mood now. Hi, Octavio. Ed. Hey, Zed Hink, just left the house, another power cut, not sure if I can make a video. Okay, Sensei, you got my message then on Discord. Another power cut. You need one of my little battery packs. You need one of my little battery packs. You get one of these battery packs, you can run your show. I run this entire studio with all the lights, all the tracks, all the monitors, all the screens off one battery, off one AC outlet. So with your system, your computer, your phone, microphone, honestly, you could run it all day long on one battery, dead easy. I'm not suggesting that you go out and buy one, but I don't know how reliable your power is, but anyway, just I thought I'd let you know anyway. If you want that, let me know, and I'll give you the link for what I use on Amazon, and you can go and check it out. Did he passively disappear, or was he actively cancelled, and so on? He hasn't left. This is not someone who's cancelled. We just can't get hold of this person. Something has untoward happened. No question about that. Hi, Sensei. Yes, he always answers. Hope he is okay. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Sensei. IonQ up as well, pre-market. Let's have a quick look. We haven't gone for all our positions yet. End phase. Let's have a look. Let's go through our positions. We'll come on to IonQ. Hi, Octavio. Good morning. How does your battery recharge itself? Mike, so what I've got a an Ego power pack. It plugs into the mains. You can plug it into a solar panel or you can plug it into the mains, okay? It's currently plugged into the AC outlet and the batteries are all charged. All my equipment goes into 2 UPSs, which is uninterrupted power sources, okay? That way I'm protected from spikes, burnouts, brownouts, so on and so forth. It smooths out the AC current, all right? So rather than having a ripply effect, you get a nice AC current. It protects my equipment and gives a better quality of power. So they both run through a very inexpensive, literally just like, a couple $100 UPS. I need 2 of those because one would not have the capacity to run my entire studio. So I have 2 UPSs. Again, if you need information, I can give you the link on my Amazon. And that's what everything is going through to protect itself into the mains. It's plugged into the mains right now. If the power went out, if I suddenly had a power cut right now, you wouldn't know. The internet wouldn't go off. My systems wouldn't go off. My lights wouldn't go off. I would carry on broadcasting exactly the same. The only thing that wouldn't work is the smoke. The haze uses a lot more current, so I don't have the haze going through it. That's not important, right? So the UPSs have about 6 minutes of power to run this entire studio. About 6 minutes. You'd hear a little alarm go off, beep, beep, like that, every sort of 30 seconds. They have about 6 minutes because all the power of my studio, a UPS is normally someone just plugs in their computer. They don't plug in lights, 14 screens, cameras, sound. So somebody like Sensei would only need a UPS, a couple $100, and it would probably run for, several hours. And by then the power's back on again. But for me, that would only last 6 minutes. So then what I do, because sometimes a power cut is for a few seconds. Sometimes it's all day. And I need to be 100% reliable internet, 100% reliable power because I'm here live every day, right? So what I do is if the power goes and my little alarms come on, I think you've seen me do it a couple of times. I have about 5 to 6 minutes. 5 to 6 minutes. Then what I do is I then unplug my UPS, both of them, which go into the wall because there's no power in the wall now, right? So those small little batteries will start running down in about 5 minutes. So I then plug those into my battery pack. Now my battery pack is an Ego battery pack. It's all charged up. It's all ready to go. And that will give me about 6 hours of power with everything on. Okay, with everything on, so I can finish my show and everything, and so on. By that point, the internet, the power's probably come back on again, or I can start reducing it and just going without the lights or whatever I want to do. And that's what I do. That's what I do. So that battery pack sits there. It's not used until the power goes off. The UPS little battery, the small batteries, the first stage, start running down. I then plug those into the mains, the battery backup, and that's how it works. And that gives me 100% reliability when it comes to power and internet. Well, I say internet. I have a backup internet as well. It just provides the power to the internet. All right. So if anybody wants any of that information, just let me know, and I'll give you the links to it. Anyway. Okay. Hi, Octavio. How does your battery? I think I explained that one. Hi, everyone. I think I will end up buying one, but you also need to buy one for where my Wi-Fi router is. Yeah. Well, my router and my internet is in another part of the house, and I've wired through a cable into my UPS Sensei. Gone under the carpet. A little bit of fiddling around because the internet, the phone line comes in to the other side of the house. So that's where the router is. So I've got it coming in there I asked them to move it. Why can't I have the router here in my office, in my studio? And they bring it into where they bring it in, right? And so I've got to power it across the house. But that's okay. You could do the same thing. You could run a power cord down to there or have a separate one. You don't need a separate one. You just need a power cord. Anyway, do you remember how many watts it holds? They're all different. There's all different sizes to suit your needs. So you got to work out what is it. How long do you want it to run for? Mine, I needed 2 to run everything for 5 minutes, which gives me enough time to unplug everything. Sorry, unplug the 2 UPSs that go into the wall. It gives me more than, I've got 5 minutes to go into the battery backup, which then gives me 6 hours. If I start turning the lights down, I'll get 20 hours. All right, I'll get all day. So if you're interested in it, you need to tell me what you want to achieve, and then I will tell you what the right one is. High ed, and it's not about wattage, it's about the current drain. How much current you're draining will give you the time that it provides, and then you can decide, do you want a first and second stage, or is the first stage, in your case, the first stage would be enough. You wouldn't need the battery backup. The UPS would be enough. Hi, George. Hi, Sensei. Hi. Good info on the charger. There you go. Or you could just buy a Tesla Cybertruck, park it outside, and you can plug a power source into that, and you would have a 24 hours for weeks to run your computer. So there's another way of doing it. A lot of people are doing that in Texas. They are buying, well, they will be. That's what they actually have generators if the power goes out, and they have a big, noisy, diesel, expensive, needs maintenance generator that provides pollution and everything else. Or just buy an EV, just buy a Tesla or a Cybertruck. A normal Tesla does it as well. You can back run the power from your Tesla to power your house, and you could do that as well. So there you go. Don't even need to buy a UPS, just buy a Tesla. It's true that. The Ford Lightning does it as well, by the way. Anyway, 2 minutes ago before 8 o'clock, Coca-Cola, J&J, Kenvue, CVX, Tesla is going down. It's up, but it's just trimming back. Rivian down today. McDonald's down 2.46. Good morning all. Nonny. The Tesla would be a very expensive backup power source. Yeah, but not really, Mike. If you think about it, people spend 10 grand on a diesel generator. There are people who spend $10,000 on a big, noisy diesel generator. How many times does it ever come on? Just sits there. It requires maintenance. It requires fuel. It's noisy. You can't have it in your house. You have to have it outside away. Pollution. It's part of the problem, isn't it? It's part of the global warming. It's part of the problem. Whereas if you go, well, I'm going to spend 10 grand on a generator, but I want a new car, get a Tesla. You get a car and a generator in one. It's another reason to buy an electric car, right? Just right there. If you want to buy a power supply. Microsoft, Walmart, Tesco, Tilray, flat. Hood, up slightly. IonQ, up but trimming back. Everything seems to be just trimming back. Rocket Lab, very nice indeed. I'm still down 7.95, but I've just been slowly not paying any attention to it. I've got $200 there, so I've got $1,200 now of Rocket Lab just quietly in the background doing its thing. Very nice. Plug Power down 25%. Procter & Gamble, Rumble, Funware, FFIE, Rio Tinto, Bitcoin down slightly, 26,000. Matic, XRP. Right. Now then, you just want more people to buy Teslas so your stocks go up. Yeah, basically, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, that's it. Stephen. Sorry, sometimes I just sometimes I just can text and read some of the messages because I'm at work. Octavio, no worries at all. Martyn Lucas, very true. Yeah, I know. I know it's true. Yeah, also the battery pack from Tesla is about 10 grand, so not a bad idea. There you go. Yeah, also the battery pack from Tesla is about 10 grand, so not a bad idea. Yeah, you can buy a Tesla Powerwall. And see, in the UK, I actually have a solar system, and you can add a Powerwall, and then you can hold the power that way. But that's a bit different though, because you're powering your house at night time with solar, so that's a bit different. You're not going to keep plugging your car in and out, are you? Because then your car will be flat for the morning. Your car wouldn't be ready to go. So the car is designed to be a backup power supply, not a 24-hour supply. Rocket Lab had another successful flight, its 40th Electron launch. Sid, thank you very much for that. And I'm very pleased to see my Rocket Labs up today, and very nice. Very nice indeed. I'm still down on it, but not that much now. Starting to get near my price now. No problem, Octavio. How are you? Okay, we've gone through all the comments. We've gone through all the questions. It's time for a new feature on my show. It's time for a new feature on my show. And shall we do it? It's 8 o'clock, just gone 8 o'clock. And we want to cover some latest news here on the show. So good morning, everyone, and welcome to my snacks. We're going to bring you a little bit of a new feature. I'm working on this, something new. Let's have a look. Let's see how it works. It's our snacks this morning, digestible financial news. A little bit of breaking news here. So let me do it for you right now. I'll put this in. Breaking news here on Martyn Lucas. Every day around this time, we like to cover some digestible financial news that we can break down. A few of the headlines, share with you, and if you reply back to the video, I'll reply to all your comments as well. So let's have a little look. And we've got the Dow Jones up 0.54, the S&P up 0.1, and this was yesterday's position. Nasdaq was up 1.59, Bitcoin was up 1. And let's read our report here this morning. Hey snackers, if half your team is out today, don't be surprised. August the 24th is the most common day of the year for workers to call in sick. Did you know that? Followed by the Monday after the Super Bowl, end of summer scaries. Yesterday, the S&P 500 had its biggest daily gain since June as investors waited for earnings from Nvidia, which spiked after the chipmaker crushed expectations after the bell. Meta and Goldman doubled down on return to office mandates as third of desks sit empty. Third time's the charm. When you're not kidding around for real this time, Meta and Goldman Sachs are wagging their fingers, telling disobedient employees that playtime's over and it's time to get back in the IRL office. Last week, Meta rolled out its new in-person time policy, which features ID badge monitoring and warnings of firing. The new MetaMates with remote exceptions are having their unfettered office access revoked, and Goldman just kicked off a renewed push to get workers back in the office 5 days a week. They're not done. Hello. Et2 Zoomed. Remote worker enabler Zoom told employees within 50 miles of an office to return to the office at least 2 days a week. Ouch. Amazon thinks so. It's in its RTO zeal, Amazon reportedly told some employees to relocate to keep their jobs. In response, some quit. All right. Some more just digestible news for you every morning. Pushing that return to work to the office rock up the hill with no peak in sight. Some small megacorps are all in on office-like buildings aren't exactly bustling. Recently, office attendance was down 50% of pre-pandemic levels in 10 major US business districts. One report found that a third of US desks worldwide sit empty all week, with another third use less than 3 hours a day. In June, ZipRecruiter's chief economist called WFH a permanent shift. The takeaway from this news. Okay, let's have a look. The takeaway. Welcome to the two morals. Big business is bifurcating on return to the office, with the hikes of Amazon and Meta mandating butts in seats, and others like Altazian, Airbnb, Dropbox, GitLab, and Okta saying they're remote first or office optional. The future may not be entirely remote or 100% in the office, but split between companies embracing one or the other. For your information, companies offering remote and hybrid work have been hiring at twice the rate of those with full-time in-office requirements. Some more news, some crispy news. Popeye spreads its wings in China as US chains cash in on the country's fast food craze. Spicy chicken in Shanghai. Popeyes is cooking up a comeback in China after mysteriously closing all 9 of its locations there in April. The fried chicken franchise plans to open 1.7 thousand stores in China in the next decade, with 10 openings in the next quarter. For your information, Popeye is owned by Restaurant Brands International, owner of Burger King and Tim Horton in the US, but operates under Tim's China in China. Okay, sweet heat. While Popeye plans to offer its iconic spicy chicken and popcorn shrimp, it'll also serve more localized dishes like sweet chili chicken and pomelo milkshakes. Sounds great. Long lines. Throngs queued up for Popeye's Shanghai flagship opening last week, giving the company an opening day record for orders. And slow times fast food. China is struggling to bounce back from its strict pandemic policies, but consumers haven't stopped splurging on fast food thanks for viral menu favorites and Gen Z's love of all things fried. Don't we love a fried fish and chips? China's fast food market has surged 70% since 2017. Now US chains are doubling down. Subway plans to open 3,000 plus new shops in China to expand its foot-long footprint by 7 times over the next 20 years. McDonald's is opening 900 locations in China this year, while Starbucks aims to have 9,000 shops in its second largest market by 2025. What is the takeaway on this information? Recoveries can be lopsided. Lots of US companies have reported taking a hit from China's underwhelming recovery, most recently construction giant Caterpillar and cosmetics titan Estee Lauder. We all love a bit of that. But restaurants and hotels are telling a different story. In Shanghai, spending on hotels and dining out soared 42% to 2.6 billion in the first half of the year, boosting results for companies like Marriott and Starbucks. Unpacked. Snacks Unpacked, Hollywood Studios' latest WGA offer drops as reality TV grows restless. After nearly 4 months of the writers' strike, Hollywood Studios and streamers released details of their revised contract proposal for the 11.5 thousand member union yesterday, but the WGA was unimpressed. Some deets. Writers would receive a 13% pay bump over 3 years, access to streaming viewership data, and some protections reference AI-generated material. Union leadership said the offer was filled with loopholes and had omissions, and it urged writers to keep picketing. The Guild said a follow-up face-to-face with executives like Disney's Bob Iger, Warner Brothers Discovery's David Zaslav, and Netflix Ted Sarandos was less a meeting than a lecture intended to get the union to cave. Reality setting in as the content crunch from striking writers and actors begins to hit studio earnings. A new group is looking to join the movement. Reality TV cast and crews unscripted today has historically been a load bearer for studios during strikes, as it is largely no reunion. SAG-AFTRA, the performers union, said this month that it is working toward protections for reality entertainers too and exploitive practices in the industry. A former cast member sued Netflix Love is Blind, alleging that brutal set conditions and pay amounting to about $7 an hour. Real Housewives star Bethany Frankel recently said, "I got paid $7,250 for my last season of reality TV, and people are still watching those episodes." In reality, stars revolt. Studios will be facing an even bigger content nightmare. What else are we snacking? Just to wrap up our daily snacks for the day, we have Chipper. Nvidia lifted its guidance after reporting that its quarterly sales doubled from a year earlier on red-hot demand for its AI chips. It forecasts a better-than-expected $16 billion in revenue for this quarter. Abercrombie & Fitch has risen from its year 2000 grave. Its Q2 revenue soared past expectations, and it's predicting sales will pop 10% this year, even as Foot Locker and Target say discretion spend is down. Fence. Mortgage demand is at a 28-year low as rates hit a 2-decade high, climbing toward 8%, while existing home sales fell last month on scary inventory. New home sales picked up. There we go. What do you think of all this information? We got a tiny bit just to wrap up. Catastrophe. The fires in Hawaii could cost the local economy up to $6 billion in property damage and business interruptions. At least 115 people died in the disaster, and 800 people are still missing. President Biden has pledged federal aid. Breaks Peloton. Shares fell 20% after the spin. Icon announced a bigger-than-expected quarterly loss. The pandemic favorite pointed to a summer slowdown in hardware sales. It's vacay time, not gym time, and a 2 million bike recall. Thanks for snacking with me. I hope you enjoyed this information. I would like your thoughts below. Do you like this new feature of me bringing you a digestible bunch of facts around the financial world? Let me know your thoughts. And finally, the snack fact of the day. Let's have a look. India just became the 4th country to land a spacecraft on the moon. Congratulations there to them. All right, so if you enjoyed this section, please leave me your thoughts below. It's a new experiment today to see if you enjoyed that part of my show. And every day we will bring you some popular information in the world of finance and breaking news like that. So if you enjoyed that part of the show, leave me your thoughts below. Click above my head and you'll find more interesting videos. And over here, you'll find interesting videos where you can win some money and also other information I think you would find interesting. Until next time, and we digest more financial facts, take care of yourselves and each other. All right. Okay, let's get your feedback. We got 15 minutes. It took me about 10 minutes to go through all of that. Let me read your comments. What did everybody think? Every day I can bring digestible news like that. Later on, it will go out as a video and it will have effects and music and everything else. You're just catching it live. But what do you think? Start a poll. Did you like the new segment? Every morning I can bring you a load of information like that. Did you like the new segment? Yes or no? And when the people that don't watch our live show see it, it will have some sound effects, it will have some animation, it'd be more interesting and visually a better experience as well. I'd like your thoughts. Let's have a look. Let's go back and have a little look. Hi, George, Sensei, Stephen. Good morning. Good information on the charger. The Tesla would be expensive. Morning. You just want people to buy Teslas. Yes. Yeah. Rocket Lab. Accenture to the moon. Alex, good morning to you. Alex, how are you? That was great. Nice work, Martin. Like the news segment. Nonny, just an experiment, just a pilot, just trying some stuff out. Sensei, you can see how I can use you as part of this. Just an idea. KLGN on what to buy dips. Hi, Martin. Ravel from Russia. How are you? Lovely to have you here. I like the snacks information. Thank you very much indeed. I just spelt yeah wrong. Sorry about that. Oh, wow. 6 votes so far. 100% liked it. Wow. That's rare. That's the second time we've had 100% for something. What was the other thing? There was something the other day. It was our first 100%. Everybody loves something. I forget what it was now. Damn it. I should have written it down. Okay, well, if you love it, 7 out of 7 so far. If you love it, then let's see what the general public say when I put that together. That was the first little test. No such thing as too much information. Okay, yeah, we've got to have some balance. One person didn't like it. One person said no. Well, anything above 60%, 65% is a go for me, to be perfectly honest. You never get everyone liking everything you do. It'll just be its own section in the show. So thank you for all of you. Right, we got 10 minutes to go before the bell goes. I'm working on new features. Me and Sensei are talking about new ideas, trying to improve all the time. I think we've got to the point now, the sound is as good as it could possibly be. Can't make the sound really any better than it is now. I'm actually broadcasting in CD, in CD, above CD quality, in movie quality. However, there's going to be one final raise of quality, and it has nothing to do with me. I can't control it, but I'm soon to get upgraded on my internet to 1 gig up. I have 1 gig down and 40 megs up. When I get 1 gig up, I am going to upgrade my broadcast quality to above 4K. So the sound will go to an even higher bit rate, and so will the video go to even higher bit rate than it is now. So that will get even better. So you'll be able to, that's above 4K. We've got 5 and 8K options now coming out. So you could watch this on a theater screen and have it as crystal sharp as it is recorded. So, I'm waiting for that. That should come in mid-September. There's no date on it. It's just been rumored at best. All right. Anyway, thank you for all your votes. There's no point me leaving the poll there now, because anybody coming in now will be voting on something they haven't seen. So I'm happy. 10 of you voted on it. 90%, 65% is a go. So I will work on that. At the end of this video, I will put out the first digestible financial tidbits of the day, and we shall see how that goes out. All right. Good, isn't it? I love it. I love challenges, love learning things. It really is what gets me out of bed in the morning. The money doesn't. Clearly the money doesn't. All right. Mullen going straight back down. Now, what we could do is sell my position, even though it's at a loss, buy it back. The question is, though, and I think it's always worth noting, would you buy the stock today? No. Well, then why do you own it? That's a very good point. I'm down $600. The thing is, if I sold it now, it's on a pop. You can then buy it back for less. So technically, you can buy more for less. You can improve the position because what you're down is what you're down. You can't get back what you're down until the stock goes up. There ain't nothing you can do about that. So you can accept that it's down, know that the stock will probably go down again, and buy it back lower. Because at the end of the day, I've got like about 900% to go before I actually get my money back. That may never happen. The chances are that will never happen. So if I sold it now for a loss after that pump we had yesterday, and then buy it back on the next low, because that's basically what it does. By the way, has anybody ever actually looked back to see what Mullen once traded for? Now we have the stocks, the reverse split. It never was this number, but it is compared to where it is today because it reverse split many times. Do you know what the price was? Can anyone guess what the price was once upon a time? Yep. $135,000 a share. Literally, I would have thought that would be the most expensive stock in the history of the universe. If someone can tell me a stock has been higher than 135,000, I would like you to reply back to me because I've never seen anything like it. $135,000 a share. Now, at the time, it wasn't $135,000 a share. It's there because now we've reverse split and now we're down to 75 cents. So just need to be clear, no one ever paid $135,000 for a share, but that's actually what it is by today's standards. Can you believe it? So when people get excited when it goes up, this is dead, flatline. But what's interesting is, look, it was at $3,000 just there. With a ripple on the pond, it was $3,000. Look, isn't that incredible? Bizarre, right? The world. Berkshire Hathaway. Dexy. Really? 35,000? I mean, I know Berkshire Hathaway is an expensive stock, but was it, sorry, 135,000. I don't think Berkshire, let me have a look. Burke. Right, Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway, maximum. Oh, there you go. Yeah, 537,000. My God. $535,000 a share. I want to buy a share of Berkshire Hathaway. That's ridiculous, isn't it? My God. There's like 3 shares. That's it, the whole company. Amazing, right? Anyway, I think we can agree, though, that Berkshire Hathaway isn't Mullen, all right? It's almost $500,000. Isn't that incredible? Anyway, 7 minutes to go before the bell goes. We need to do some housework. You very lazy people. I cannot believe you. I cannot believe you. Here he is, Mr. Mini-Me. Ready? You know what I'm going to ask you to do? I'm going to ask you to get off your asses now and do something. I don't care whether you like my video or don't like my video, but do something. There are 45 people watching. I've been live now for an hour, entertaining, giving my life to you. All right, all I ask is if you like the video, and only if you like the video, tap the like. Tap the like. If you don't, I prefer you to like it because it means YouTube will suggest the video again tomorrow. If, however, you don't like my content, you think it's a load of rubbish, please do. I invite you. I get 99% like my video, so I don't mind saying that, but some people just don't do anything. I want you to either like it or downlike it, but don't do nothing, because if you like it, you'll be shown my content tomorrow. If you don't like it and you click down, it tells YouTube you don't like this and it won't show you. I will stop appearing in your home pages and your suggested videos, and I want that. Because I want everyone who wants my content to find it, and those who don't want to find it, I want you to find what you do want. That will give you a much better life, much positive, a wonderful experience, because you'll always get what you want to see. All right? So if you don't want to see me, please do. I invite you to click the down like. That way tomorrow you won't see my content and we'll get a more engaged audience and you'll be happier because you'll get exactly what you want. I still can never work out why 50% don't do anything. I've never understood it. I guess I never will, because I'm always about getting it done, not sitting there doing nothing. Like me sitting here moaning about Kenview when I could just phone in. I sit here and do nothing, right? So I'm the same as you, really. I'm a human being as well. So 51 watching, 26 likes. Thank you very much indeed. Really do appreciate it. And thanks ever so much. There you go. Let's get rid of Mr. Mini-Me. And thank you for considering. 27 likes now. Thank you ever so much. It helps the channel grow, and it also helps you as well. Right, we got 4 minutes to go. And I wanted to show people, because people often go, oh yeah, you say 99% like your videos. How do we know? How do we know that? Well, I can show you. All right. Look, here is my live. This is the live video right now. Okay. So I'll show you. Okay. Because people often say, oh yeah, he just says that. Everyone loves his channel, right? Well, this is my, look, if you look here on the screen, this is the video running live right now. This is the one I'm looking at. Okay. And here is the likes. Okay. 100%. My channel average is 95.5 overall. The live feeds are 99%. 100%. So not one single person downliked. Not one single person. But the half that didn't do anything just didn't do anything. And I don't get it. Why would you sit there and do nothing? But anyway, I just wanted to show you that. I've never shown anyone before, but I just assumed some people would think, oh yeah, there's after people haven't voted, I bet they've downliked his video. They haven't. 100% have liked my video today. Not one single person says I don't like it, which is amazing, right? Anyway, there you go. Likes versus dislikes. 100%. I just thought I'd share that with you. So it just shows you the sentiment of human beings. Most people, well, half of the audience just sit there and don't do anything. Let's see if the Rumblers are any better. Let's see if the Rumblers are any better. My Rumble audience. Rumble, 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 rumble. I've got 5 watching. Now, Rumblers, much more engaged. 4 out of 5. 99%. 4 out of 5, they've all liked it. No one downliked it. See, same thing, but more engaged. So Rumble wins the engagement race this morning. Thank you, Rumblers. Oh, itchy nose again. Ugh, don't you hate that? You probably don't have that problem because you're not live on TV like me. I'm live on TV and I get an itchy nose. Right. Ugh. Okay. Or it is. It's almost 500,000. I remember 42 coin being crazy at one point. Over 600,000 if I recall, but that's crypto at 42 coin. I click like Martyn. Thank you very much, mate. I appreciate it. Coca-Cola is a watch today. Price is 60 and may drop under 60 today. It might go from 60.1 to 60. Okay, I'm watching it then. Let's focus on it. M. McDonald, thank you for that information. Oh, 1 minute to go. We're just about 3, 2, 1. My gosh, that was close. Okay, let's get ready to rumble. Time to ring the Sensei bell. Mullen's going straight back down again. No surprise there, really, is it? Is anyone surprised by that? Is anyone? 4 out of 5. 80%. I preferred 90%, Stephen. I preferred 90%. 99%. 4 out of 5. 80%. 30. Here we go. Take your position. Oops, I meant take your position. Yes. You ready? 20 seconds to go. You can sponsor the bell for $10 a day. Have your name on it. Have a link below the chat. You can, a $10 super chat. You can sponsor the bell. Today, Sensei bell. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The bell has now gone. We are off into the races. Let's go for all our positions, see what's up, see what's not, see what's going on. Here we go. Here's our morning rundown. Let's go through. The Virgin Galactic is down 1% on the bell. There we go. Going down. We've got Mullen also going down today. Oh, what a surprise. 13%. Palantir is up 2% at the moment, but pulling back. Gold is going back down. S&P is up, just sliding back a little bit. Amazon, the studio is still green. Amazon is up, just pulling back. Apple is going down today. What about Nvidia today? After that massive, huge, ridiculous rally last night, if we look at the market cap and it's 244.86 price earnings ratio. Let's refresh it. 244.86. 244.86 right now. Price earnings ridiculously overbought. Great company, great going forward, and all the rest of it, but too expensive. NEE up. We've got till Monday. Today, Thursday and Friday, and then Monday you've got to be in for the ex-dividend. So we do expect that to rally today. Enphase Energy is up but going back. Coca-Cola is up 60.29, 60.3, 60.33. Coca-Cola is moving up. Very nice indeed. It's one of my big positions. J&J is also down slightly but moving up. Kenvue is up today. I better be in this. You all know what I'm talking about. Chevron is down 0.17. We've got Tesla falling back at the moment. Tesla is going right down now, and coming up now, Rivian is down 1.20. We're down at 20% at $20 right now. McDonald's now, as we enter the final furlong, and McDonald's is up 0.2. Google is flat at, slightly up at 0.97, and Microsoft looking good today at 1.18. Who is going to win today? Who's going to pop over the line? Walmart is down, but now moving up. Tesco is at 1.26. Tilray, as we come now to the final furlong, as we come into our crypto, Tilray is down 1.61. Robinhood is down 1.67. IonQ is going down 1.42. Rocket Labs up 1.29 after a successful flight. Plug Power is up 0.23, and on the line, Procter & Gamble's up 0.12 as we come into our crypto. Rumble is down 0.96. Funware is 1.53. FRI is down 4%. Rio Tinto is down 1.99. As we hit the line now, Bitcoin is down 0.44. Matic is down 1.49. XRP is down 1.64. Who was the winner on the line? Well, I think Virgin Galactic has taken a big dip. No surprise that we've seen Mullen drop off today. Quite a drop. Palantir is a winner. Gold is down. S&P is just trimming back. And Amazon, Apple, all doing well. Nvidia is up today, probably our winner on the day. There we go. Max says, sounds like a bidding war. My coffee has just arrived. Thank you very much, Leah. Today, it's a crypto day. It looks like Sensei Crypto is the mug of choice. There we go. Fantastic. Bit crazy, right? Bit crazy. Now that's got to be worth a like, right? It's got to be worth a like. We're up to 30 likes now, 54, 100% like rate on today's video. Nobody's down-liked it. So everybody should have done something, but unfortunately not everybody does something. I don't know why. All right, smash the like if you want to support the channel and get better content for yourself. Don't just sit there. All right, let's have a quick look. Let's read some of the comments. Mullen, LOL, sounds like a bidding war. BRSH up 124% at the bell. Thank you, Stephen Lewandowski. Wow, look at that. The portfolio is dropping right now. We are down 0.34 on the day. Virgin Galactic is doing it. It's taking me down $70. I've lost today. Mullen is down. $15 I've lost today on Mullen. Palantir, gold. So should I have sold? Should I have sold Mullen and then bought it back? Probably. I just don't want to be in it. But then if you are in it, by holding it. So kind of contradicting my own principles there, really. If you wouldn't buy it today, why are you in it? It's down. You're just hoping it's going to go up. You're holding. But then it keeps trending down. So if you get a 60% pop in a day, surely if you sold it and then buy it back, you're going to benefit from doing that. And absolutely right. I mean, that would make more sense because what's gone is gone. You can't get that back until it goes up. So what you're saying is by not selling the pop, by holding it, you're hoping that it's just going to keep going up. Well, there's no evidence that the stock will keep going up. It just pumps and dumps. It's what it does. It's a one-way street. So if you sell it, rather than holding on to it, you at least could make some money. I don't know. It's got no sense, has it? Can't focus on that. It's rubbish. Okay, the S&P, Amazon, Apple. Our overall position. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's 50,800, just below 51 again. We're taking a bit of a drop now. This is no surprise that next era energy is going up today. No surprise. I've got two positions here, a decent amount as well. And the idea was after Monday, I could sell my Roth IRA position and bring some cash back available once I've got my dividends. You need to hold it. It needs to be in there and set for Monday. If it's in there on Monday, can someone tell me, and I just want to be absolutely sure, I've never actually done this, the ex-dividend date, your stock needs to be in and settled on the ex-dividend date for you to qualify for the dividend, correct? What if you sell the day after the ex-dividend date? Are you going to get your money if you do that? I believe you are. I've never actually done it, so I've not got any first-hand experience, but I believe that's the case. If you sell it the day after the ex-dividend date, then you are going to get the dividend payout. I've got it set not to reinvest. I don't do that manually. I look for the options and I look for the manual operate, do it myself when the stock's down. Because if the stock suddenly pumped up and you bought it at a high, I don't like that. I look for the dips because there's always dips in every stock, right? So I don't do the automatic buyback. What I do is it goes into cash. So theoretically, if I sold it on Tuesday, the day after the ex-dividend date, if I was up, there's no point selling it when it's down, of course, because I believe in it long term anyway, then I'd have this money back that you're looking at, 1,164 plus 127 when I get to zero. I would then have the dividends for free. Okay, the dividends would come in and they would go into my buying power in my Roth IRA, which is where I'm looking at right now. This is what this is. That's how it works. That's how I believe it to work. I've never actually done that. I've done it where I've waited to get paid the ex-dividend, the dividend stock, and then I've sold. Obviously, that works. But I've never done it the day after the ex-dividend date. All right? Be interesting to know. Good morning, the Queen of Self-Braiding. How are you this morning? Lovely to have the Queen here. It's not a show without the Queen, is it? Right, the overall portfolio is down. Virgin Galactic down 2.69. Look at this. It does seem to be bouncing off this bottom, though. It has some support at 267. We don't want to break that. Otherwise, we set new lows and it goes down to $1, which is what $1.50, which is what I said originally before I jumped back in again. Felt compelled to support everybody, you know what I mean? Shouldn't do that. It's a mistake. 268, we're right on that button. Look, 267. If we go down to 260 today, we're setting new lows. Look at that. We don't want to break that. Space is killing me. Fibonacci blue. Yes, it's killing everyone. Are we going to set a new low? Let's have a look. 660, 262. 262 was the low. 262. So even though it says 267, it's actually 262. So if we go to 260, we've hit an all-time low. Martin, J&J, it's up. You're not winding me up now, are you? You're not winding me up now. Hey? I don't know what's going on. I still not got my money. Where's my money? If you've not yet seen the video, of Where's My Money, the comedy satirical video of Where's My Money, here it is. We actually have Robinhood who makes an appearance on this video. Yeah, where's me money? Where's me money? Welcome to the Robinhood lair where our stocks just disappear. But what's not going to disappear is if you watch to the end of this video, you can win $204 in cash. Look at this. Here it comes. Oh, yeah. You can't believe it, can you? You can't believe what you're seeing. Took my money from J&J. I enjoyed making these videos. And the other one, unbelievable. Someone didn't realize last night. I won't tell you who it is. I don't want to embarrass anybody. Someone last night didn't realize that this video, this video here was satirical, was a joke. It's done very, very well. It's one of my most popular ever videos. It's, I think, need 2,000 views now. This is always out of date, this number here. But some people didn't realize, like, you know, I'm laughing all the way through. I'm saying Mullen is doing a deal with OnlyFans, an EV company with OnlyFans. Yeah, some people, it was actually two people, didn't get it. Is this really happening? One person said, I'm going to report you to the SEC because you're revealing a private conversation. I mean, what's going on? Anyway, yeah. So go and check that video out and see if you can realize what exactly it's all about. I mean, maybe I should put a big sign saying, this is a joke. However, if you are a real investor, as you claim to be, I'm not going to do that. But there is somebody that comes into our show regularly that is always very negative and very sarcastic, who apparently knows all about trading, all about investing, super clever, knows everything. Was a good friend of the other clown. Remember Peru tried to manipulate everybody? One of his friends, and he knows all about trading. He's really smart, and you know, he didn't realize it wasn't real. He didn't realize it was a joke, and it made me laugh because he's making out he's clever and he knows everything about the investing. And anyone who knows anything about investing, and if you're going to claim to be an expert and you're going to be critical and you're going to really be like, I know what I'm talking about, then you don't realize that was a joke. Then you make yourself look ridiculous. And of course, I replied politely to him and explained everything. But no, he didn't get it. He thought it was real, and he thought he didn't get it. So yeah, there you go. Shows the sort of level of person that we got, doesn't it? Well, some people. I wonder if he's in the chat right now. No, he's not. I just checked. Anyway, I bought space at 268. Sean Holiday, very nice. 265 now. If it breaks at 260, I'm really worried. AMC, wow. AMC, wow. What's AMC done today? Should we have a little look? AMC. I wouldn't touch AMC with a barge pole. What's it done? Oh, yeah. Well, no surprise. It's a terrible company. Why would you buy it? Don't understand that. Anyway, I'm not going to follow that. This is the year I get out of all my rubbish stocks. Space support is diagonally bearish, line created by the bottom of lower lows. I'm with my finger ready at 260. Zaxate. Oh, there goes Mullen. Yeah, all the way back down again. 263. Be wary, though. I mean, I'm all for investing in space, but it's very speculative. It's very speculative. I mean, how much money do you need in the stock? Just be careful. Maybe related to date. he wasn't related. He ain't related to anybody. He's an absolute clown. But anyway, he made out he's super clever, knows everything, and yet didn't realise that was a joke. Anyway, just bought some space at 264. Ooh, look at this. Old shares held. Then lost my ass on them. Can only blame myself. It is what it is. Nonny 315 264. Hey, are we going to get support here? Hoping to grab some IonQ. Let's look at IonQ right now. Yes, I would like to get some IonQ as well. 324% up. I'm 8% up on my my one share, and on my other one share, I'm 320. I'm basically out of the stock right now. Would like to get IonQ, yeah. Me too. I would like to get some more. It's a good company, and it's certainly going to be something in the future. S&P down 1% now. We're selling off now. Virgin is going down 2.2. I am buying at that level. There we go. We got some people now ready to buy Virgin Galactic. Let's look at, in fact, what we'll do is we'll look at the level 2 data to see who's lining up. Shall we see who's lining up? Okay, first of all, let's look on the chart. Yes, it is oversold on the RSI. If you are a believer of the RSI, remember you need more information than just this. But yes, it is vastly oversold, correct. However, that doesn't mean to say it's going to go up, though. Let's look at the level 2 data. Level 2 data, what have we got? This is very manipulated, though. It's slightly in the favor of the bids, but compared to the asks. But look at it. If you look at the level 2 data, you got some good buy-ins and you got some good sell-offs as well. So it's not all one way. We've got 20,000 shares at 252, but then at 275, we're selling 12,000. So it's kind of, it's scalp city, no question. It's pretty 50-50. You can't really go off that, I'm afraid. But it's I just don't want to be throwing money over and over again. I mean, I just want to, I want to show you my overall chart. I haven't done it since Monday because it's not going to give accurate information because of my missing J&J stock, right? When that comes back, I want to share that with you. I don't want to do it yet, not because I'm hiding everything. I show, I show everything, right? But my overall chart looks really odd right now because it's missing all those shares. It's missing about $4,000 because I'm consistently beating the market. But right now it looks like I'm not because of my my J&J shares. So I'm not going to share with you my overall chart until hopefully it'll be in tomorrow. Hopefully it will be. But when it is, I'll show you. And the point I want to make is the fact that if you just bought the S&P and you took out the risk, I'd actually be up more than being in with all the risk. So you buy risky stocks to give yourself explosive growth. However, if you're losing, of course you win sometimes, but you lose sometimes. Overall, you'd have been better just buying the S&P. So I don't want to just keep throwing money at Virgin Galactic blindly, even though I believe in it. I can't just keep throwing money at it blindly because in the end, I will have a very unbalanced portfolio. It'll be 90% Virgin Galactic. And then if it goes and I'm rich, great. If it doesn't, I'm bankrupt. Well, I'm not bankrupt because I don't owe any money, but I'd lose all my money. So you got to have balance where I know Amazon, S&P, Tesla, I know all these things are going to go up. They're going to make money. If I sell all those things to buy Virgin Galactic down here, it's basically I'm in it to win it or dead, and I don't want to wake up and I've got nothing, because, the reality is several of the Virgin brands, no, all the Virgin brands in the last few years have gone bust. They've all gone bust. That doesn't mean this one will, but I'm just making the point. Inflation is still it's coming down, but it's still too high, and interest rates are crippling businesses that owe money. It's also making it more difficult for those who afford to fly. Things aren't perfect in the world right now. I would rather buy it at $10 knowing it's going to $100 than just blindly keep buying it over and over again and hoping for the best. It's not the best way of doing it. Let's read your comments. What is your latest Ken view on spin-off status? Status. Why did I say status? What is your latest Ken view on spin-off status? As it's been up to now, nothing. Where's me money? Go and check out the video of what, if you've not seen Where's Me Money on Robinhood, there it is. I've even got Robinhood who makes an appearance, okay? Yeah, go and check it out. But yeah, still nothing. Still nothing. But again, what I do have, as I've shared many times, you can all see it. I've just noticed that J&J's popped up. I'm going to look at that in a sec. I've got this account created. So we know the money came out. We know the money came out of J&J. There it is, J&JZ. And it shows you I've got 8 shares in here and 6 in the Roth. So there's 14 shares of J&J. We know that. So, I'm hoping they're just going to suddenly appear in Kenview at any minute and make me feel a whole lot better. But, not a good experience so far, I have to say. Anyway, Mullen. Palantir. Gold. The S&P. Amazon going down, 34% up. Apple. Nvidia. Trimming off. Good company, but still extremely overvalued. 244.86 price earnings ratios. Dropped a bit, hasn't refreshed yet. He probably won't until the end of the day, but 244.86. He does it once a day, I think. NEE. We've got until Monday for the ex-dividend date. Enphase. Coca-Cola. Really nice. I'm at 1.58. Good dividends as well, 0.82 respectively. Let's read this comment. What's happening with Nvidia? Well, it's trimming off. It makes perfect sense. It's vastly overbought. It's like Tesla when everybody went crazy with that. Yes, INQ getting close to 15. Martin, I just lost some stocks in the past, as you did. When the J&J some days ago. Martin, I lost some stocks in the past, as you did with the J&J some days ago. It did not fix itself. In fact, it got fixed until I contacted my broker and they looked into it. Martin, I lost some stocks in the past, as you did with the J&J some days ago. It did not fix itself. In fact, it got fixed. It did not get fixed until I got in contact with my broker and they looked into it. Okay. Was that an exchange though? Because I'm not on about losing stocks. I've not lost stocks. It shows they're in the J&JZ. There are 8 shares and 6 shares respectively in the J&JZ. They're not gone. They're not lost. They're just in the J&JZ. ZZZ, and I'm assuming that's a sleeping account. I've never heard of it, but that's what I assume. So they're not lost, are they? It says there's 8 and 6. Did you do an exchange? Anyway, maybe you should get in touch with Robinhood concerning those stocks. Yeah, I mean, you've been moaning for a week. You could just phone them up. You could just phone them up. I mean, this is true. I could just phone them up. You're right. I mean, there is that option, isn't there? I think I will. Shall I phone him up? Or should I give it one more day just to have patience? What do you reckon? Should I phone him up or should I have patience? Anyway, Kenview. Chevron. Just in cases. All right. Rivian. Overall portfolios coming up. McDonald's. Microsoft. Walmart. Tesco. Tilray. Just in cases. Robinhood. Rocket Lab. Plug. Procter and Gamble. Do you know, I've got my eye and I've got some money that I could use to buy McDonald's. I was going to use it for something, but down 278, 284. No, I'm not. I'm going to do the right thing. I'm gonna hold my cash. I was just thinking about buying McDonald's. Anyway, I'm not gonna. McDonald's, Google. It's all selling off from last night. No surprise, really. Nvidia is insanely overbought. Shall we have a look at the chart as well? See, now it's oversold. Nvidia is now oversold. The RSI, way below. I don't know. What do you all think? Do you think Nvidia's oversold? A price ratio of 244. I can't see it. Even though your J&J stocks are there, your money is not showing. You should call Robinhood. I should really, shouldn't I? I've only lost $4,000. Doesn't matter, does it? Yeah. I've not even had an email. So you're right. I'm going to call them. At the end of this show, I'm going to call them. Maybe I end the show a little bit earlier so I can call them. So, yeah, maybe I should do that. I could call them live on the show, but it's not the right thing to do to put somebody on the spot like that. Yeah, I'll call them after the show. I will. I'll report back this afternoon. Mullen, Palantir, Gold, S&P, Amazon, Apple, Nvidia. Looking good, right? 9% down. Come on, let's make some money. Where could this stock go? I think it's dramatically oversold, personally. I think the whole solar sector took a dive. I think we've got growth left in this stock. Loads of growth in this stock. We are now at 68. Yeah. Got a good price target for this next year. Just got to hold it and be patient. Coca-Cola doing well today. That's due a breakout as well. We've been going sideways now for a year. Trends up. Let's look at the maximum. Yeah. I think we're due a next little rally. The economy is improving, or at least the markets are, and the inflation is. Margin, inbound, how are you? Good to see you. Okay. I'm going to do that then. I'm going to end the show earlier so I can call Robinhood. I'm going to get them on the phone. So we'll do day trader of the day. Now, before I go, let's check our competition. We're giving away $204 live on the show in 15 days' time. And let's refresh it today. 14,927. No one's done it since I refreshed this morning. Every day, there are daily entries. Some people have said to me, I don't understand this. It's too complicated. No, it's not. It's the easiest giveaway in the world. Let me explain. martynlucas.com/giveaway. Secure website, always the same website. My name, obvious, links are everywhere. That part's easy, right? You can get on it. Easy, right? It tells you the competition is 15 days time. It tells you how much money you can win. You scroll down. It tells you about the competition, when it is, the date, and all the rest of it. So you know when it starts. You know when it finishes. You know who's sponsoring it. All makes sense so far, right? 31 ways to enter. You can enter one way or 31 ways. Entirely up to you. You can have one lottery ticket or you can have hundreds, just like the real lottery. Up to you. You can enter by logging in with different systems. You can enter using Twitter. So you just click on that and it'll log you into your Twitter account. If you don't have a Twitter account, either create one or don't do it. If you've then got a Twitter account, you click on that one there, follow me on Twitter, you get 7 points. All you do is click on it. It says follow. If you've logged in, you'll be able to follow me. Easy. You'll get 7 points. Enter using YouTube. If you've got a YouTube account, you can enter using YouTube. You can then visit my YouTube channel for 7 points. And we add ones all the time. So every day there's a daily one. There's a question to answer. There's some of these that are locked is because you've got to do 5 things, but it even tells you need to complete 5 actions first. So it tells you. There are ones where you need to leave a precise comment on the video. You click on it. It gives you the YouTube video you got to watch. It tells you what comment to leave. It says watch it all the way through. You do that. It's locked because you've got to do 5 actions first. And that's it. I don't know what's difficult about it. When people say, I don't understand it, and then I say, well, come back to me and tell me what you don't understand, and I'll explain it for you, I never hear back from anyone. So I don't know. I don't know how we can make it any easier. But if you don't understand it, tell me what you don't understand, and I will tell you, and I will answer it for you live on the show. It's a really good prize, $204. It's our biggest cash prize so far. Our cash prizes keep getting better. So, do make sure that you take part in it. Virgin Galactic going towards 250, 266, going sideways right now. Alex Hunt is here. Good morning, Alex. How are you this morning? Lovely to have you here. Always nice to see Alex. Alex was one of our sponsors once upon a time. He sponsored the show when he was one of our original supporters. He was a member and a sponsor when we were around about 1,000 subscribers. Now we're at approaching 10,500, and we're on target to reach 100,000 subscribers within just over 2 years. And the exciting thing is every day we step towards the target. But what's more exciting is the goal is coming closer to me as well, because I'm actually growing faster than the analytics suggested. And every day I check, and the date it has moves forward as well. So I'm moving this way and this way. So hopefully it won't actually be 2 years. It could be a year. Now, once we start getting within 6 months of it, I will start putting it on the screen as a challenge. I'm so excited about that because 100,000, I get the silver plaque, and only about 220,000 people in the world have the silver play button. So pretty good, right? No website designer customer for over a year, so it's about to go pop. Well, that's a shame. Isn't that a shame, Alex? I'm so sorry about that. You did such a great job. The trouble is that today AI and stuff like that is putting people like you, designers, out of business because you actually write the code. You actually know what you're doing, whereas they've got all these wizards today where you press a button and it does it for you, and people use that, and it's difficult, isn't it, for people like you to make a business out of that. I'm really sorry for you for that, because you did such a great job, and you supported me when I was small. I'm not saying I'm a big channel now, but we're getting bigger, right? And you put your faith in me, and I'm sorry that we couldn't make it profitable for you and retain you as a member or a sponsor, whatever. But I'm sorry that didn't work out for you. It's very tough. Why don't you use our $204 prize invest and increase it to $210? Why don't you use our $204 prize? Why don't you use our $204 prize, invest it, and increase it to $210? Take the $204, spend it on the on stocks, get it to 210, and then put it back. I don't think that's right. Any news? Any new news on space? No, nothing at all yet. I'm doing some research at the moment. Pity Alex. Yeah, it's a great shame. He's a really nice guy. For those of you that don't know Alex, he's a really nice guy. He was sponsoring our channel when we first started. I mean, you can't get better than that. You can't ask someone really, saw the benefit of the channel and wanted to support it as well when we were really small, like 1,000 subscribers. He was there from the beginning, and he was a sponsor member for several months, like quite a long time. But like he says, people aren't paying for websites anymore, so he can't make any money out of it. So it was a shame. It's right time to use prize money to put on the market and trade. I can't do that. Thanks for trying. I set up a new business and got back to what I used to do. Program vision inspector systems, now using AI. Yeah, it was my pleasure. I have to say, what I'm able to deliver now is far better than it was then as well. Our Sensei's been a sponsor now for about 6 months. He pays the same as you do, and he's made profit on that. He's grown his Discord members and his premium service members, and he makes money. He's got a profit. And people that have sponsored our competition, people that have sponsored our bell, get a lot more views now, because obviously we're a bigger channel. I've got videos that have had several thousand views now and 10,500 subscribers on the way to there. And I've never increased the price. I've always provided a better service rather than increasing the price, because I want everyone to win. But I understand it was difficult. It seems to be an interesting business as well. Yeah, indeed. Right, let's go for our positions, wrap up the show. I need to get off and call Robinhood about my stocks. Whoa, 14,000. Some of you have just entered the giveaway. It's gone to 15,000 now. Now, I will tell you, for those of you who are thinking, I can't be bothered, $204, only, I think, 4 people have done all the actions, because I've got analytics, it tells me. Only 4 people have done all the actions. Only 48 people have entered, and the majority have done 1 or 2 things. So if you just do a few more things, your chances are you increase your chances of winning dramatically. Dramatically. Tilray going down even more. No surprise. I don't like Tilray anymore. In fact, I tell you what I'm going to do. Rather than end here, I'm going to make a video. So I'm going to do some work while I'm here. So 45 was the snacks, a new feature we put in this morning. If you can't beat AI, at least you can profit from it. Look at SoundHound. To you have any pet? To you have any pet? I don't get that. Monsters Channel. Is there any pet food stock? Any pet food stock? I have no idea. No idea, monstrous channel. If you become a member, I can research it for you. But anyway, let me do a couple of videos. Tilray. What's the time? The time is 1:39. 1:39. TLRY. Tilray. Okay. Tilray. I don't like where they're going. I don't think. That's a whole new brand. That's interesting. I'm going to show some interesting information on Tilray in a second. They've got a new image. Which I don't like. And I'll tell you why. Okay. Okay. I've got some information I want to do, so let's get it on the screen. We are red, so we'll have to change it to red. Unfortunately. Okay. Okay, here we go. Tilray. Tilray Brands, ticker symbol TLRY. In this video, we're going to talk about the price prediction, short-term, mid-term, long-term on Tilray. We're also going to talk about Tilray's change in direction. I've talked long and hard about Tilray going to $40 a stock in the long term and $6 in the short to medium term. And I'm going to share with you my thoughts on how I think that has changed. And I'm also going to share my thoughts on the purchase of the breweries, what that means for the stock. So a lot to unpack in this video. So stick with me. We've got a Tilray Brands video now for you discussing all those things. So let's get straight into the video. If it's your first time, consider subscribing to my channel. I go live up to 10 hours a day. I aim to be the most honest, real channel on YouTube TV. I built a YouTube TV studio, and I'm not here to pump and dump the stocks. I'm here to build a community, and we have members in 39 countries right now, many of those into Tilray as Tilray investors. So let's look at Tilray today and see where we're going. As you can see, Tilray is down today quite considerably. Now, I have said repeatedly that this stock in the short term could do $6, in my opinion. This is only my opinion. I also believe that it could be a $40 stock. Now, I came to that assumption from doing my research, looking at the balance sheet, looking at what the company owns, looking at their position, and in particularly their position in the cannabis sector. And that's what really interested me on this stock originally. And if we look at their website right now, there's been a bit of a rebrand right now, and I don't think Tilray knows where it's going right now. Let me explain what I mean. This is Tilray Brands, and things are looking a bit different here on their website right now. They focus at the top. If we zoom on in, you'll see they're talking about Tilray is a global leader in cannabis research, cultivation, processing, and distribution. We aspire to lead, legitimize, and define the future of our industry by building the world's most trusted cannabis and hemp company. Sounds great. Sounds great. That's why I bought it in the first place. And looking at their dominance in that sector led me to the assumption that the stock could rise to $40 once we had full legalization, safe banking, all that kind of stuff passed by Congress in the United States. Now, we know that has already come to other parts of the world, but not here in the US just yet. That's how I calculated it, because their dominance in the sector, they're buying up smaller ones and so on. When things started to change for me is when Tilray made a few, in my opinion, fundamental mistakes. Now, just full disclosure, I have made money out of Tilray. I'm up on Tilray. How did I do it? Well, what happened was a few months ago, Irwin Simon decided to dilute the stock at the worst time. He needed to raise money to pay off debts, and there was a lot of inboard fighting. People on the board were selling their shares. We cover all the earnings live, so we know what goes on, and we research it. We know people on the ground. I have friends that follow me and involved with Tilray Brands, as I do for all the stocks I buy. I get involved fundamentally, build relationships with people that work there. I know what's going on and so on. A lot of people were unhappy, were selling out. Irwin Simon, I beg your pardon, said he would never sell his shares. He would hold his position and so on and so forth. And as I know, till this day, that is still the case. But others on the board had sold, and they diluted the stock. They diluted the stock when it was down, which was the worst thing to do, but they did it. Now, they said it was done for good reasons on the earnings. Everything was fine. The balance sheet was fine. But yet they decided to do that. So I don't think things are as fine as you may assume. Then what they decided to do was start, because they wasn't getting any progress with the legislation going through, they decided to diversify and kind of hide under the radar, if you like, by buying more breweries. Now, they've always been a brewery business. They don't just do cannabis. They have all the alcoholic beverages. They have one of the best whiskeys in the world. They say the best whiskey in the world. I'm not sure that's quite true. Having come from England and have family in Scotland, I think you're stretching it a bit, but nevertheless. They started to buy some breweries, and they made a lot of ground out of this, saying the breweries that we're buying are great breweries. We're adding amazing breweries to our brand. They've always said we are Tilray Brands. However, for those of you that understand a bit about breweries, again, from England and Scotland, we have breweries that go back hundreds of years, have great pedigree and so on, then we know what a good brewery is. I don't think the breweries that have been purchased by, in fact, I know because I've done the research, some of the breweries that they bought were breweries on their arses, to be quite frank. They were some breweries were just a handful of years old, and so they have no real brand. They have no real business at all. They were just in a very bad situation, and they bought up a load of cheap, rubbish breweries, if I'm quite honest. A couple with some names and note, but the rest were pretty average. So I think Tilray Brands now has lost its direction. Now, when it popped up, on the news of the breweries, I actually took, we're going to cover that news, by the way, in a second. I actually took a profit. I sold all of my position on my main account, my brokerage, and my Roth account. And I took some flack for doing that. People said, oh, you're crazy. Tilray Brands, you said it's going to $60. I said, yes, but now the business has changed. The reason why I bought it has changed. I'm not in the business of buying a brewery business. Couldn't care less about a brewery business. It's oversaturated. Loads of people are in the brewery business. Couldn't care less about it. There's much bigger players, DraftKings, the list goes on. I don't want a brewery business in my portfolio. I wanted the number one cannabis business in my portfolio. That may never happen. It should happen. It could take years. Now, the price target on Tilray Brands can still be $6 in the medium term, and it could even be $40 in the long term. But how many years have I got to wait? I can make that money pretty much anywhere else come back and buy this again in a year, 2 years, 5 years. Let's say in 10 years, it does go to $60. By then, I've made the money anyway, without waiting around. So you're waiting forever. Anyway, I don't think its move into breweries was a good move. I think it's lost direction. People don't know what they're buying anymore, and it's being dumped all the time. Anyway, let's and before it got dumped, it popped up. Typical thing: buy the rumors, sell the news. Everybody got excited, going, "Wow, this is great! They're buying all these breweries." Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. It went up and I said, I'm selling it. This is no good. Took a profit and I'm glad I did. And now I'm out of the stock. And I've got people who come on my show telling me Tilray Brands is going to go up and going to make millions and all the rest of it. And maybe it will, maybe it won't. But right now, it's a completely different business. Let's look at this report here. Tilray is buying beverage brands from Molson Coors. It's buying more and more breweries. These are all very small new breweries. Let's have a little look at it and see what this report here from Stefan Sykes has to say. Leading cannabis company Tilray Brands is expanding its beverage portfolio in hopes of attracting a wider consumer base. See, this makes no sense. People that bought Tilray bought it as the number one cannabis stock. Imagine if Apple suddenly started buying, I don't know, Coca-Cola because it couldn't sell phones. Don't get me wrong. Big businesses have shares in other businesses. Amazon own IonQ. Amazon own Rivian. Absolutely. But it's not because they can't do their core business. They're shifting into a new business. You might as well just buy the best brewery business rather than Tilray Brands. The company this month announced a range of acquisitions from beverage giants Molson Coors and Anheuser-Busch. As growth in the North American cannabis industry stalls, weed-focused companies aim to expand their portfolios. That's all very well and good, but you can't just become something else because you can't make your original business work. That, in my opinion, makes no sense. But, what do I know? What do I know? Tilray Brands is expanding its footprint in alcoholic and cannabis beverages, buying up brands from Molson Coors and Anheuser-Busch as legal restrictions hamper the marijuana industry. The major cannabis company announced Friday it will acquire the remaining 57.5% equity of ownership of cannabis-infused drinks maker Trust Beverage from Molson and Coors Canada. The transaction price was not disclosed. Remember, they could be buying businesses that are failing. Lots of businesses are failing right now, and you end up just buying loads of rubbish businesses. I mean, I'm sure they're looking into it. They're smarter than me. However, this is not why I bought the company. So I'm out. I made money and I'm out. The move comes amid a broader push by Tilray to branch out from more traditional cannabis products. Tilray announced earlier this month that it would acquire 8 beer and beverage brands from Anheuser-Busch for $85 million. It was the last in a string of craft beer acquisitions that has made Tilray one of the biggest forces in the space in the US. Fine. Do you want to be in a craft brewery business? It always was partly, but now it's wholly. Even on its website, it's still focusing on cannabis. This is what I'm saying. It doesn't know what it is anymore. Tilray is one of the largest cannabis companies in the world with a market cap of $1.7 billion. The company also specializes in beverages and wellness products and has become the 5th largest craft beer in the US. The Trust acquisition is part of a larger diversification strategy underway at Tilray. Now, understand what we've just witnessed with J&J. J&J got so large, it split off from its pharmaceuticals to its domestic products. Because it's a good idea not to be all things to all men. You need to focus and have priorities, and that's why it separated its business. Whereas Tilray just seems to feel it's right to own everything, everywhere, and be everything to everyone. I'm not so sure this is the way forward. THC beverages and craft beer are among the fast-growing beverages sectors that have caught the interest of cannabis executives. Tilray said the deal to buy the remainder of Trust makes it the leader in adult use cannabis beverages in Canada with a combined market share of about 36%. The company said in its new release that cannabis beverages present a significant opportunity to reach legal-aged consumers who haven't explored cannabis yet. It also expects regulatory shifts to fuel substantial growth for the market. Blair McNeil, the president of Tilray Canada, said the acquisition will further diversify our product offerings while broadening our consumer reach. What do you think? Do you think Tilray still have the edge by doing this? I'm not so sure because, again, if we look back on their website, they are all about the cannabis sector as their focus, and they haven't updated that. All right, if they're the world's leader, why haven't they updated that? That's what this says here. If you go on their website, the investor pages, we're all about cannabis legalization and all the rest of it. And as I speak about it very often, as I talk about a stock in a certain direction, it moves. Not because I have any influence whatsoever. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just, I'm on the news. I'm looking at what this is happening today. So don't misunderstand me. I know my channel doesn't move stocks either way. It's not about that anyway, even if it could. But Tilray brand is selling out. Now, I don't know. Are you buying it? I'd like your thoughts on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a poll. I'm going to give you the chance to vote. Is Tilray all over? Has it lost direction? Remember, it's diluted already. Its value of its shares has already gone down. It's worth less now anyway. It's moving in a whole different direction. If you click above my head, that will take you to our poll on Twitter, on X. I should call it X, really. On X, go and vote on our poll. Do you think that Tilray has still got the potential to go up to $60, or is it now a much lower price target on Tilray? More Tilray news and other things I think you would like down here as well. As always, join us every day for our live show. Take care of your money, your crypto, yourselves, and most importantly, take care of each other. All right. Tilray. What's everybody think about that? I'm just reading all Senor Piloto Holt's comments. Morning, everyone. What happened? Did I miss something? NASDAQ down. Space at 52-week low. Just kidding. Doc King. I'm a little sullen over Mullen. Pull back. He's just kidding. Can you change the color to blue? What color? I can get any color you want. Why would I be blue, though? Why would we be blue? What reason do we want to be blue today? Any reason? Okay, I've gone through all your comments. Just want to make sure I got through everything. Now then, space. Virgin Galactic. Let's do a Virgin Galactic video as well. Let's do some research on that. Okay. Just preparing this for you. Okay, I've got some information that I can use, I think. It's good to note. Right. Virgin Galactic. Check my time a minute. If you've just tuned in, consider smashing the like button. We've got 52 watching now. Tap the like button. It really helps. Thank you very much. 1:59. Okay, we'll do a SPCE and then we'll wrap up the show. Now, I've got some information I want to share with everybody. Okay, here we go. Doc King, thank you very much indeed. When I put it out later on, it'll have all the B-roll and effects and so on and so forth and be enhanced. So please watch it when it comes out later on. I tried to make some videos during my live shows, so that way I'm always live with you, answering questions at the same time making the videos. Okay, so let's go into it. Virgin Galactic, in this video, I'm going to put out some good news and some not so good news. Going to put out some warnings about some information that's floating around from other YouTubers, which I have to say isn't balanced. It's designed to get them views and make them money, whereas you know I'm about building an audience and a family and being known as the most honest person on YouTube TV, not about selling YouTube videos. I'm not a YouTuber. I've explained this many, many times before. Some of you know I don't get that, but do your research on me and you'll know why I say that. I'm also going to give a price target of where I see it going. Also a warning of where the stock could go very, very quickly as well, and what we've got to look forward to with the flights coming up and news on the Delta as well. So all that information is coming up in this video. I'm also going to give you the chance to win $204 in cash as well. We've got a big cash giveaway coming up soon on our show, and we're looking forward to giving it away. I'm here to help people. That's what it's all about. Right, Virgin Galactic, we have now hit new all-time lows. Is this the time to buy it? You'll all remember I said that the stock could go to 150. I took flack for that. I decided to buy back in for good reason. I felt that the earnings had improved, bumping up the seats, other things, the revenue on the extra money they could earn on the experimental flights could earn more money than the regular passengers. The reaction from the passengers was great. Everyone was looking good. However, the markets keep changing, the markets keep moving, and you need to adapt with them. But now we're in a very difficult place, and the information I've got about the potential price of the stock is a concern. And I have to say, if you are listening to other YouTubers, they are kind of picking on certain news and running with it and not really focusing on the balance of that news. And I'm going to give that to you now. First of all, some of that news is about institutions. I've always said institutions don't like stock prices at this level. They get in, of course, we know, and we're not going to go into the full list of all the institutions that are in Virgin Galactic. There are several institutions that are in Virgin Galactic, but some other people online like to announce the other day that there are some companies that are buying into Virgin Galactic, and that is true. Vanguard, for instance, and I reported it on my show. However, that's all well and good, but more are selling it than buying it. So overall, the balance of institutions is going down. So we just need to balance that. People love to say the great news, it's going up and so on. I'm just bringing you the facts with the relationships, the people I have on the ground, the people that work at Virgin Galactic, what I'm hearing, and so on. Things could be good, but there are a lot of problems in the garden right now. So let's go over and read some news of what I've got here and where I see the price for Virgin Galactic going. All right. So Everything's looking good for the next flights. We are now getting regular flights on Virgin Galactic. That's good. However, let's be honest, since they started flying, the stock price just continues going down. We always invested and planned that the price would go up once it starts flying. That, however, isn't happening. In fact, it keeps trending lower each time. People have said that when we get a big superstar, it could rally up. I used to say that. I did. I believed that the publicity would be good and generated, and it would drive the stock price up. However, we've not had any celebrity flights yet, but I've looked at the list, and there's none coming up in the near term anyway that I can see. I don't think actually anyone really cares. I don't think anyone cares. We've had a lot of publicity on the last flight, but it made no difference. Now what we need from Virgin Galactic, if it is good for an investor, not just a gambler, a speculative hoper, is the Delta fleet coming online quick as possible, lowering costs, ramping up, making profits, and at the end of the day, returning money to the shareholders. Let's look at this. What should investors consider? You got to be either are you an investor or just a gambler hoping for a great innovative stock to explode? Well, let's look at this. What should investors consider going forward following Virgin Galactic's successful flights? We've had flights with no real success as far as the price is concerned. Now we've hit new all-time lows. More people are selling out. Obviously, that's why the stock is moving down, and it can go down to $1.50, where I said originally. Virgin Galactic has completed multiple successful space flights, signaling a move closer to regular space travel. That is good. Virgin Galactic's ongoing efforts highlight a long-term commitment to space tourism with planned commercial service in 2026. Good. We like that. The complex nature of spaceflight systems exposes Virgin Galactic to risks that could impact its reputation and revenue. Let's have a look at this report. Okay. Discover how Virgin Galactic's successful tourist flights could signal a turning point for investors. After successfully completing successful space flights in 2 months, Virgin Galactic is down 4.53, has captured the attention of investors and space enthusiasts alike. However, more have sold out than bought in. Just need to put that in. The recent transition to regular space flights, marked by the triumphant tourist flight on August the 10th, prompts a closer examination of the company's financial performance and its potential impact on the stock's trajectory, with share prices currently reflecting a unique opportunity. Investors must weigh the possibilities against the risks and expenditures already in place. Now, I've not been adding to my position on this downturn, and it doesn't mean to say I'm going to double my position at $1 either. I will reevaluate the balance sheet, the facts, what's going on along the journey, not just try to catch a falling knife. That is not investing. That is hopery and guessing. All right, the market cap now is $1 billion. Now, at this price, where the price is right now, it's worth saying that what you're paying for is essentially the cash on the books. That in itself is a good opportunity to buy. However, if you believe what Warren Buffett believes, is what you're looking to do is buy less than value. If I said something is worth $1 and you pay $1, is that good investment? Well, only if you know it's going to go up. You don't know. We don't know it's going to go up. What you're looking to do is if this can of Coke is worth $1, buy it for 50 cents, because even if it just goes back to its price, you've made a profit, right? So right now, the share price, what you're paying, is there about the cash on the book. So you're basically buying the cash. Fair enough. You're not buying the business. You're getting the rockets for free. However, rockets are a liability. They cost money. They're not assets until they make any profit. So understand, you're buying the goodwill. Is there any goodwill yet? Not yet, there isn't, because the share price keeps going down. Is there a business right now? No, because the company actually lose money. So there's no business. What you're buying is the cash and the speculation that it will make money. So for me to buy it now, if I'm going to double my position, which I'm happy to do, I've got the cash to do it. I've got 1,000 shares. I want to get to 4,000 shares. I want to buy it undervalue. Right now, it's not undervalue because we've still got plenty of, in fact, just about 1.5 million shares yet to bring in to raise funds for the dilution. We've still got that to happen. We've had just over half. There's more to do. All right. And the company are keen to do it sooner than later. So even if you buy it now, the share price is going down. And that's what institutions know. They're probably waiting for the dilution to happen. The rise of Virgin Galactic space tourism. Right. Well, let's just look at it right now and have a little think here. Virgin Galactic's recent achievements underscore its commitment to making space accessible to private individuals. Just want to remember, I always like to just drop this in, Concorde. Concorde was great, went out of business, was too expensive. Not comparing the two, but just put that in your mind when you listen to this. The back-to-back successes of 2 space flights within 2 months reflects the company's determination to establish itself as the key player in the space service industry. Now, I want to put a point out now. We talked about the competition. There is no competition. Blue Origin is millions of dollars. The balloon, we've got a balloon business which is now planning on flights. But again, it's like Virgin Galactic when it started. It could be years away, even though it says next year. Things could be delayed. More likely will. The space industry doesn't work on a timeline that we as investors like. It's always longer. The chances are that'll be delayed. And even that is a completely different animal. Dropping in the desert with Blue Origin is not an option either. SpaceX is a much better experience, but runs into the tens of millions, much more expensive, and it will never be as efficient as Virgin Galactic. And after all, not everyone wants to spend several days in space. Most people, I believe, want to go up into space, see the planet, fantastic, come back down. Virgin Galactic is without doubt the winner there and has no competition, so that's a good thing. All right. Losses continue to mount for the long-standing venture. The second quarter of 2023 presented a mixed financial picture for Virgin Galactic, while the company reported a revenue of $2 million, a notable increase from $0.4 million in the same period of 2022. Its net loss also widened to $134 million from $111 million to the previous year. The increase in expenses, particularly in research and development, played a role in the loss. As an early space pioneer, Virgin Galactic must employ hefty R&D to advance its goals, often at great cost. Yes, we're talking about the Delta fleet, but of course, when it comes online, all of this will make sense. When we have to invest, it makes perfect sense. There's no issue with that at all. We're fine with that. Despite these financial challenges, the company's strong cash position of $980 million as of June 30 of 2023 remains a significant asset that allows the company to remain operational and as it pursues profitability over time. The company continues to focus on developing its next generation of spacecraft, which it proposes will provide an opportunity to rocket the long-standing venture to profitability, but commercial flights of those Delta-class craft won't start until 2026. Now, we have to survive between now and then, and don't be under any illusion. We can run out of money before we get there. It doesn't matter how great this is. There is a limit to funds. People aren't buying it. They're selling it. Other YouTubers going, it's great. It's all going to go up. Institutions are buying it. They are, but more are selling it. So we just need to balance that out. Most people are focusing on selling videos, making money. I'm not trying to make money on videos. I'm trying to build a family with a reputation that Martyn is honest and real and gives the real information. Also, you know how much money I have invested as well. I'm not just telling you to make up the news, to sell videos, when in fact, I don't even own the damn thing. I do. I want it to go up. I would love to be able to promote the stock. However, I don't and I can't. Virgin Galactic continues to fundraise in an effort to secure deployment of its next generation spacecraft by recently issuing additional shares, further diluting equity and reducing the potential upside of a shift to profitability as such a deployment could herald. It seems like Virgin Galactic may require additional funding long before it begins Delta class flights. So we need to just make this point. It doesn't matter how good you think Virgin Galactic is. It doesn't matter how much it beats the competition. It's a business and has to make sense. Some businesses, they are designed. We've seen it with Lucid, for example, probably the best EV in the world. However, it's built to go private. It's built to close the business down, and then they have a car which then will be a privately owned business. Not all businesses return a profit to a shareholder, no matter how good or how much you want it to succeed. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move over to some comments. This was made during a live video. Real investors, not made like other YouTubers, make videos in the quiet of their own studios or whatever, and without showing you their real positions, whether they are in the stock or not. As you can see, I am. Made in front of a live audience watching my live show, who through all of this are putting their thoughts and comments, and they are too investors in the stock. I'm now going to share those comments on the screen. Right, guys, I'm going to cut the video just there, as everyone left a comment that they would like to be in the Virgin Galactic video. I'm now going to go through, favorite the ones. If you'd like to do that, do it now. And I will add your comments to the video. So if you'd like to add comments now to the Virgin Galactic video, leave comments on the screen, and I will add them. Just going through. JP Rothschild has a comment. Got to be quick, guys. Got to do it now. Tilray, any more? Space looking, okay. I've got one from Alex. I've got a comment from Mark. Alex. I can't use Alex's comment, I'm afraid. He's not a member, so I can't review his information, so I don't know if he's a real person. I mean, with respect, I can't put that in the video. I would, but it has to be members only. More and more. Zach Zake's buying more. Keaton S is a member, yes. What will impress by? Well, that's Catalyst because it's down. So what can happen? New Catalyst on space, no diluting anymore, I guess. Next Catalyst. Okay. All right. I've got a few comments there, which I'm now going to add. So now we're going to go back to the Virgin Galactic video. Okay. So here are a few comments from our live viewers who are also investors here on the show. We've got Virgin Galactic moving down towards 250. Indeed, we do. JP Rothschild asked the question, any news on space? Well, we're doing it in this video. Alex says, space looking hard and fast down. Not sure it will bounce this time. There is that sentiment that it could go a lot lower, and of course it may never bounce from here. Very, very true. Mark Saxby says, morning everyone, what happened? Did I miss something? NASDAQ down 30 points. The reason for that is last night we had a massive pump on Nvidia. Overbought, great company, great future, but overbought. Everyone got too excited, a bit like Tesla. You shouldn't be buying it. You should be trimming off the top and buying it on the dip. Space at a 52-week low. Indeed it is. Zach Zay is from America, originally from Israel, is a big investor in space, and he joins us on Fridays. And if you want to listen on Friday, join us on Friday, and you'll hear Zach Zay's opinion of Virgin Galactic. He is an investor. He keeps buying on the way down. More and more, he says. Indeed. Mr. X, morning everyone, can see space looking rough as always. It is. Keaton S, this could be interesting. Keaton S says, my friend is on the next Virgin Galactic flight. I think my friend is on the next Virgin Galactic flight. Well, Keaton S, we would love to have your friend on the show. So there you go, guys. We could have a Virgin Galactic passenger. I don't call them astronauts because they're not technically astronauts, even though Virgin Galactic likes to class them as such. They are not. You have to be involved with NASA to be an astronaut. Anyway, I would love your friend to join us if you do have that opportunity. Next catalyst, news on space, not diluting anymore. Well, they're going to have to dilute. And Doc King says, is space really being cared for by the management? Well, that's a good question. Anyway, there's a few thoughts from our investors right now who are actually buying shares in Virgin Galactic. All right. There you go. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you made it to the end, I'm going to give you a couple of little treats for doing so. First of all, if you click above my head, you'll see the link where you can win $204 in cash by simply watching this video, liking this video. You've now got the opportunity to win $204 in cash paid out live on the show. Over here, more Virgin Galactic videos I think you will find, and down here as well. Go and check those out, and they will give you more information I think you will find useful. That's it from me. As always, take care of your money, your crypto, yourselves. Most importantly, take care of each other, and don't believe what everybody on YouTube tells you. 99% of YouTubers exist to make money from videos. They don't tell you the full story. They just want to tell you what they think you want to hear, and very rarely share on the screen their exact amount they have. I not only show you how much I have, I share with you exactly how much I've got in the bank total. In fact, this is my full bank balance, and that is the cash in the bank. I use Robinhood as a bank account. So here, you can trust what you are listening to. Till next time, take care of yourselves and each other. All right. Mario Kratos, become a member of my channel and I will review Nikola for you, make a full video, study it and put it in my show. All good as planned, worries, no worries. In 2 weeks, we got the next flight. Mr. Patient. JP Rothschild, we've just done a full technical analysis on Virgin Galactic with Sensei Crypto. If you look in the playlist on the homepage of the channel, we have an SPCE playlist. If you scroll down, you will see the SPCE playlist. I'm doing it for you now, and you will see it. Keep going down, scrolling. And you will see a Virgin Galactic playlist, and in there, all our latest videos, including full analysis from Sensei Crypto. So what you just asked for, we have already done it, and we do it regularly. I'm just scrolling down so you can see it. You can just type in Martyn Lucas Investor SPCE and you'll come to the playlist as well. Oh, there's the playlist right at the bottom. Unbelievable. Right. There is the full playlist. And there you can see all the videos in order. The Big Short, that was done with full technical analysis. You can go through these. They're all in date order, so they help you watch them as they were made. And there you go. If you want that information already exists there for you. All right. Okay. Power is back. Sensei Crypto is back. Lovely to have you on the show, Sensei. If you're, I just made a Virgin Galactic video. If you want and you're able, do you want to add a chart to it, and then I can put that in? If you do, tell me. I need to finish the show, but I will wait for you if you want to do that. Some great pictures in the breakfast bar this morning from Mike and Stephen. Thank you so much indeed, guys, for doing that. Please do come into our Discord every day and leave a comment, leave a like. We're trying to get to become a public channel, and we can do that if we get a bit more engagement. We have plenty of people. We just don't have enough engagement yet on it. So I'm going to open the broadcast lounge, see if Sensei does want to jump in for a chart. Just purchased another 10 Tesla. Now I have 50. Lovely. I want to get to 50 this year. Sure, give me 5 minutes. Okay. We do have something from Sensei then. So, brilliant. We will add that in. Okay. Going for all our positions. We're down 1.76 today. Awful day. Still, but to remember, I've got most of my money. I've got $4,000 missing at the moment, which we will call Robinhood, I think. I think what I could do, Sensei, is we could end the there's 50 still watching, so we'll wait. I'll tell you what we'll do. I was going to end the stream. I am due to end the stream, but I will wait for Sensei to give us a chart on Virgin Galactic if we get 50 likes. How about that? Is that fair? I think that's fair. Otherwise, I'm going to go. I think that's fair. You ready? Let's do it. We got 50 watching. Let's get 50 likes. Or close to it. I'll be happy we're close to it. There's 40 likes right now. Tap the like button. I was going to end the show. If you tap the like button, it shares the video to more people. So more people can come in. We can learn from more people. Of course, that's how we learn. Also, you're more likely to see more of my content in the future if you like the video. If you don't like the video, that's fine too. You won't be shown from YouTube any more of my content. So I can either end the stream now and make the video offline with Sensei and add it to the other thing, which I'm inclined to do, or if we extend the show for another 10 minutes, if you all smash the like button, I'll stay on for you and do that live, so you'll have it live on the show. So tap the like button, help me out. We got 45. That's looking pretty good. I said if we got a good result, I would. 45. All right. Everybody's wishing it to carry on. I think that's fair enough. Thank you ever so much indeed. All right, we'll wait on then for Sensei to come into the broadcast lounge. He'll be there in just a moment, and we'll add that section to the video, which I'll put out later. All S&P, Apple, Nvidia, all selling off from last night. No surprise. Great company, but now you can buy it at a discount. And you need to buy it at a discount because Nvidia is far, far too expensive. 244.86. It's come down since then. I don't think it reflects. I think it reflects once a day. So we'll look back later and see. Yeah, still the same. And of course, it should have come down today. Next year energy, ex-dividend on Monday. Enphase also selling off. Coca-Cola, J&J, Kenvue, Chevron, Tesla, Rivian, McDonald's, Google, Microsoft, Walmart, Tesco, Tilray, Robinhood, still up 11% and 18% respectively. I'm holding my position. Just see it as an opportunity to buy more, but I'm not looking to buy any more today. IonQ today, 1441. Coming down now. Massively overbought as well. We're now into the oversold territory. But I'm not looking to invest right now. Rocket Lab, successful flight. Everything's selling off today. Bit of a negative market today. That's why we're red. Enphase down 5% now to 123.78. Bitcoin down today, 26,000. It's going down, 15,000, with no doubt about it. Okay. We're just holding on. An extended show. We're waiting for Sensei to come online and to do that. Thank you ever so much, everyone who tapped the like button. Shall we have a look at our subscribers today? Shall we see how we've moved? Let's have a quick look. And let's go into this here. 277 through the stream. Lovely. Okay, you ready? Let's do it. Let's see if it rolls round. I like to see this. 10,368, 10,370. Fantastic. 2 years, 100,000 subscribers. By the way, just to give you an idea how that's growing, right? The first year, I did 4,500 subscribers. The second year, I'm just trying to think of that a minute because we were already at, hang on. The birthday, we're 2 years old. Hang on. We were 2 years old in July. Oh, yeah, okay. I hadn't grown subscribers in the first couple of months, right? Okay. Anyway, it was something like 4,500 the first year. And then in 11 months, I did like 6,000. So it shows you how it speeds up. And we got another month. We got another few weeks to go. So I think it's incredible that the analytics, my forecast predicts with the growth that I've got, 100,000 in the next 2 years, which is basically the time we've spent to get to 10,000. That's 10 times growth. It's incredible. 10x. 10x on the channel. How exciting is that? Anyway. Let's have a look and see if Sensei is ready for me yet. Don't rush. Ah, he's here. He's here. Okay. Excellent stuff. Looks like Sensei is here. So I'm going to mark a time. So we're going to add this to the outgoing video that I'm doing later. This will be added in. 2:32. 2:32, Sensei SP CE 232. All right. Now then, we're going to add a chart perspective. Right. Sensei, you're live on the show. Are you ready to go?
Yes, I am.
Fantastic.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Right.
Brilliant.
Let's go back to where I was with SPCE and link it across. Okay. So SPCE. Right. Okay. We'll use this screen here. Okay. Okay, to add to this video today, we're going to add some technical information from Sensei Crypto. A lot of you love when we add the charts to our videos as well. So we're going to go over live now to Sensei, and he's going to add his perspective from a chart point of view. So let's go across now and join on the phone line. Sensei Crypto, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. How are you tonight?
I'm doing very well. Thanks for having me on the show, Martin.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, of course, we're seeing Virgin Galactic going down today. Can you give us your perspective from a chart point of view? Over to you.
Yeah, so just looking at it purely from the charts, we are breaking down from a key level. This level is this diagonal trend line, which we've been tracking from the lows of December, the lows of April this year, and we did have a small trade set up here. We did see it as a low risk zone. I did mention that this could underperform the trade. We did bounce 12%, but unfortunately we came and retested it a few times, and now we're breaking down. This reminds me of the 411 mark, which it was very important a couple months ago. We came and we kept testing it, and the trade broke through because we tested that line so many times we broke below it. So we are currently breaking through now. We are down, I believe, around 7% on the day, and we are breaking this key level. What's important is how the daily candle closed. The 4-hour candle closes in the next, I think it's in the next hour. And if we're sort of breaking down bearishly, the daily close is the really important one. We want to be closing the day today above $2.60, around that level, to keep it bullish. However, as soon as we see this daily candle close below this 258 level, $2.60 level, we are bearish. Our stop loss currently is at just below the 250 level. So yeah, we are breaking down bearishly. We are down on the day. The market cap of SBC is now under $1 billion. I think the sweet spot would be around $2, where it really becomes undervalued. But of course, the macro conditions can push high risk stocks like SBC down below their low value zones. So we are breaking down on the charts, unfortunately.
Sensei, thank you ever so much for calling in. I really do appreciate that.
No worries, thank you.
Okay, you stay where you are, Sensei. I just use that as a cutout because I want that to be part of the video that I already have. So there we go. Now that'll be put into the video that I made earlier, and you'll all see that later. So Sensei, as I've got you on the phone, what do you think? Where do you see the price going for SPCE short term?
Yeah, so I mean, on every single RSI, on the 4-hour, we can see it's oversold. On the 12-hour, we're oversold. On the daily, we're actually oversold, and even on the 3-day, we're not oversold yet. But I think we will become oversold if we stay at these levels for the next few days. So we are oversold on a lot of these smaller time frames from the daily and below. So can there be a bounce? Could there be a short squeeze? Of course there could be, but it's just we're just putting in lower lows and lower highs as more of a midterm trade. It's just going down. So we are putting a new low today. This is the lowest SBC has ever traded. So I think in the next couple months we can see a SBC at $2. I think that's the next key level. As I've said with SBC, it's just about, I mean, at the point where we break key levels, 411 we broke, it turned into a scalping stock. We scalped it at 330, wasn't brilliant returns. We tried to scalp it at $2.50, 13% it went up. It underperformed the trade. So it's just getting the gains where you can. And is this another level? Maybe, but we need to see where this daily candle closes tonight, just to see if we can give it another go at trading it higher. It's a high risk stock, and we're sort of turning into a low risk macro environment.
Thank you very much. Sensei, do you, I often get asked this question, people message me when they say, what is an oversold stock? We looked at the RSI, and if it goes below a certain level, it's oversold. If it goes above a level, it's overbought. I'd like to make a video answering that question for people. What is an oversold stock? Are you able to? Could you put that in a couple of minutes?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it needs its own. It just means that there's.
Well, hang on. Don't answer it yet. But do you think you can explain that on your chart, like in a 2-minute video?
Yes, it might take less than 2 minutes, but I'll try and.
That's fine.
Give a long
it doesn't need to be 2 minutes. I just get asked this question a lot. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do then. I'm going to come back to you then. I've just your screen's a little bit hard to see at the moment. For some reason, the resolution's dipped. It's a bit fuzzy. Anyway, we'll come. It's a bit better when you zoom in like that. Anyway, okay. I'll come back to it in a second. So what I'll do is I'll go from here, and I'll come straight back to you. We're gonna do a quick answer to this this question. So what? Let me just put the time in. So Sensei at end. What is oversold? Okay. I often get asked this. What is an oversold stock, particularly with Virgin Galactic, as the majority of my audience are in Virgin Galactic? We often talk about an oversold stock. If I share with you my position here and I share with you my chart, you can see when the RSI line goes underneath this channel here, you can see on the screen, I'm just sharing you right there, it becomes oversold. When it goes above this channel, it becomes overbought. But what does that actually mean? Does it mean the stock is cheap? Does it mean you can buy the stock now because it's oversold? It can only go back up again. And if you buy it when it's overbought, does that mean it's all going to sell off? Well, the best person to answer that question, of course, would be Sensei Crypto, who lives and breathes charts. So to answer the question, what is oversold, and I guess what is overbought as well, might be quite useful. Looking at our Virgin Galactic chart, let's go live to Sensei Crypto, who's live on the phone. Sensei, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on the show, Martin.
Thank you very much. Right, so we're asking the question, what is an oversold stock?
Yeah, so oversold stock. So we look at the RSI. It's an indicator we use. We don't rely solely on it. It's something that I use with my trading strategy. I like to align a couple indicators together, and the RSI is very important to visualize. So the RSI is a momentum indicator between the levels of 1 and 100. What's typically overbought is a level above 70. Traders consider that overbought. A level below 30 is oversold. And you use it as, you can use it with every time frame you put in. It gives you a different reading if it's oversold or overbought. So you have to see what time frame you're on. If you're on the 4 hour, it might be oversold on the 4 hour, but not oversold on the 3 day. So you have to keep that in perspective. And basically, the RSI it looks at the power behind the price movements over around the last 14 days, and if it's in the lowest RSI is generally below 30, so it's in the lower third of its recent price range. It's a bit technical. It's like it takes into account the last a certain amount of time, and if it's in the lower third of its recent price range, but essentially it's just showing that there is sellers. There is we are entering a level where there has been a lot more sellers than there has been buyers, and you use that along with other trading indicators to create your position and to enter a low risk trade, essentially.
So there we go. We just had an explanation from Sensei of what is an oversold stock. It's just looking back at the price movement of the stock and below a certain number for a particular point in time. It doesn't mean you should buy it because the stock is now cheap. It doesn't mean you should buy it because the stock is oversold. In other words, it's only got one way to go up. And the very opposite, if it's overbought, doesn't mean it's going to suddenly sell off. All it is an indicator of the price action over a certain period of time in a certain percentage. So it would suggest where the stock likely to go, bearing in mind on the recent price action. So if you are looking at this level of information on your Robinhood account or any other account similar to this, don't use it as a foregone conclusion. This is, I should buy it now because it's oversold, it can only go up. It's not that. If it was as simple as that, wouldn't it be easy to make money? We'd all know it's oversold and now we're all going to buy it and it's all going to go up. So there you go. So tune in every day for live videos like this. And if you have a question and you'd like me to answer it, I will put, if it's not one I can answer, I will put it to Sensei. For more information, click above my head and that will take you to more information that I think you will find useful. And over here, if you want more chart analysis, I will put some videos here and here that you might enjoy, provided by Sensei. As always, take care of yourself, your money, your crypto, and most importantly, take care of each other. Sensei, back to you. Thanks for doing that for me, mate.
Important, but as you said, it's not something that you can just, okay, it's oversold, let me buy, it's overbought, let me sell. It's not as easy as that. I wish trading was as easy as that, but
well, it wouldn't work, would it? It wouldn't work if it was as easy as that, because everybody would be buying it, everybody would be selling it at the same time, and nothing would happen. It would just keep going round and round in circles. Yeah, absolutely.
It's just another tool in the toolbox, as Ed Nevius likes to say.
Exactly. We've got a couple of questions here. Let's have a little look. It's a turbulent Thursday, says Tizro. What's happening to Virgin Galactic Andre Gomez? Sensei, we need you, says Zach Zate. I love it. So there is a chance. JP Rothschild, Sensei, what is your track record on a percentage scale the companies will take off, and when will Virgin start to climb? I'm not sure that I know what that question. I will put it to Sensei. He doesn't have any obligation to answer live on air if he doesn't want to, of course. He doesn't have to do that. JP Rothschild, Sensei, what is your track record on a percentage scale the company will take off, and when will so you're asking what the likelihood of Virgin Galactic starting to take off and climb. I don't know if Sensei could answer that. I will allow you, Sensei. Did you want to answer that?
How did you phrase it? I didn't understand the question, but what did you?
Yeah, it's difficult to understand. Yeah. What he's saying is, what is your track record? I mean, he doesn't have the best English. He translates it from another language. So I'm just trying to translate it a little bit. But I think what he's saying is, what is the percentage of the likelihood of us seeing Virgin Galactic go up? In other words, if you think it's going to go up, would you say it's 90% likely or 10%? How bullish in percentage terms are you, I think, of seeing the price significantly go up from here, would you say?
Right. Are we talking what sort of?
Yeah, I think we'd need to do short term and okay. I'd say long term.
Let me try to answer short term, mid term, long term. I guess some people might be interested in what I think. So short term, depending on the close today, if we close above, then I'm sure we can get another squeeze higher to maybe $3. If we close below this level I outlined, then I'm probably bearish $2. Midterm, next sort of 6 months, I guess, because I'm bearish on the general markets, I would have to say I'm bearish on SBC as well, because if it's a risk-off environment, SBC is a high-risk stock, so I'd say bearish. Long term, in terms of risk to reward, I think the likelihood SBC is going to survive probably is around that 50% mark, but because of how
I'm with
high
you on that.
SBC can,
I'm with you on that.
but because of how high SBC can go, it is probably one of those companies where you can take a risk to reward sort of strategy on it, and say, I understand 50% is going to go bankrupt, but this could also be $100 stock in a $50, $100 stock in a very sort of bullish time, where the sentiment's there, where the hype is there, and when, if it does succeed and space exploration becomes a big thing, if there's a big sentiment around it, then it can reach probably $50, maybe $100. So I think long term, I'm probably the most bullish on. I'm not bullish short term. I'm not bullish mid term.
Yeah.
But yeah, long term, I think it is one of those companies where you can take a bet on. So
I mean, that's it, isn't it? In the end of the day, I think I share a similar sentiment. I would like to be in the space industry sector. It's not why, I mean, of course, I don't like being down 28% right now, particularly when I was out of the stock and I said it was going to go to 150. Why didn't I just wait until now? I mean, I could have bought it now and it would have been much better than buying it at 357. However, I like to be involved in the stocks that I talk about. I just think it gives credibility to what I'm saying, because I actually have skin in the game. I know some of you have said, no, you don't have to buy something to be, to talk about it. But that's just me. That's my view. But I want to be in it, and you can't be in on SpaceX. At least you can't be in directly. You can be in via, supporting industries that support SpaceX, or be a private investor. But that's very, very different. You have to have a lot more money and have an in, and I don't have an in or have that amount of money to buy in. So Virgin Galactic is the only alternative, really. Of course, we've got Rocket Labs, but that's not really the same industry at all. In fact, it's not even anything like it. I want to be in, but this is why I'm not just throwing money at it and thinking, well, keep buying it. And in the end, I have 90% of my portfolio in an extremely risky stock. And that then I've just entered the casino. I'm either going to get really rich or I'm going to lose it all. And I'm not prepared to do that. I'd rather build my portfolio up over time. If I get lucky with some space, then I get lucky with some space. But to keep buying it on the way down, regardless of the conditions, the macro conditions, the economy, and everything else, I think it is a bit crazy. T.O. Roll said he put J.P. Rothschild's comment in a different way, and he said, or is he asking how often he gets it right? Well, there's a good one. I don't know if Sensei wants to answer that question, and you don't have to answer that question. How often do you get it right? Well, I actually know the answer to that question because obviously I've been following the crypto challenge and I've been following Sensei's charts now for 2 years. So I know the answer to that question, but I'm going to put it to Sensei. If you wish to answer, you can. How often do you get it right?
Yeah, so it's an interesting one. Once again, I don't know if he means how often do I choose the right company as a long-term stock, or how often I get my trades right, but I can try and answer both. In terms of trades, I definitely, if we go, I'm not going to show it now, but on my Discord, I like to go through with my members over the past trades that I post. And I think it's probably going to trend down because I can't be right so often, but around 80 to 90% of the trades I've taken have reached their have gone up, have reached sort of their initial targets. But I don't need to get 80 to 90% right. I can get 40% right, and we can still be in a winning. I can get 30% right, and we can, because of the risk to reward. If our take profits are much higher than the amount we're going to lose on a trade, we can end up losing more trades and still making money as overall in our portfolio. But currently around 80 to 90% of the trades I've taken. And once again, all the trades I take, I never tell anyone else to take. I'm just showcasing, it's sort of a diary. It's like what I'm doing, how I'm doing my 1K to 10K, what trades I'm taking on leverage, not something for someone to follow. But yeah, the trades I've been taking since the Discord has started, around 80 to 90% have been correct. Company choosing wise, I have had some success. I can't think of many companies that I've chosen that that haven't made highs. I mean, Tesla is something I was buying a lot of in 2019, and then again on the COVID crash, but that was around $20 to $40. And that was at a time where there was a lot of news articles coming out bashing Tesla. It was the most shorted stock, and that was at a time a lot of people didn't believe in it. And even previous to that, in 2018, I was following Tesla. 2017. Um, but yeah, so other companies, I can't really think of any. Nvidia, I was quite early into. I mean, I could have had a lot more gains if I carried on holding. Um, but yeah, I mean, trading, I have a good success since the Discord has started. And I mean, my most notable gain is probably Tesla in terms of a company position.
Yeah. I think it's probably more important to know how to trade, when to get in and out of a stock, than to focus
Yeah.
on picking the winning stock, because you can pick a bad stock but make money on it by getting in and out, as opposed to, knowing what the next stock is going to be, because you might pick the winning stock and then just sell it at a loss or get out of it early, like if Tesla was, when Tesla was being shorted and so on, you might have got out of that or lost that, and so on and so
Yeah.
forth. So I think it's better to know how to invest long term and know how to trade, know how to read the charts, know how the fundamentals work, know how to read the balance sheet, and understand the risk to reward, understand risk management, understand your personality. That's very important. Fear management and all of this stuff. Manage all that and do that well, rather than spending the time trying to pick the winning stock, trying to pick the winning horse, because you could pick a stock and decide that you can recognize that it's gone wrong, it's not going the way you want it. Get out, save your money for another day, another fight. That's more important than if you just pick the right stock, or you think it's the right stock, don't know how to trade it, you hold on for dear life, you keep buying more and more of it, you've no idea how to manage the risk, you're buying into FOMO, you're buying lower and lower and lower, and in the end, you've got nothing. So knowing how to trade and invest and manage yourself and your knowledge and your understanding is probably more important than trying to be the guy who can pick the magic stock. And let's be honest, no one can do that. No one. Because at the end of the day, when a company first comes out and you first buy Amazon, the people that bought Amazon had no idea where Amazon was going to go. Nobody did. And here we are today. But now you can buy Amazon knowing it's a profitable company, it's dominance in the market, and over time you're more likely to make money. Of course, the S curve has been hit and we've had the massive pump, and it's a global dominant force now. It's not going to keep growing at that rate. It can't. Everyone uses Amazon. Everyone's into Amazon. I'm just using Amazon as an example. But, the people that bought it at the beginning had no idea. The people that bought Bitcoin had no idea. But they'll tell you now they knew. They'll tell you now, oh, yes, I knew exactly where Bitcoin was going. No, they didn't. When they bought Bitcoin and the whole world were telling them they were idiots, they didn't know. They felt there was something in it. They understood the technology, could see the benefits of it, but they didn't know. Nobody knew. But what Sensei seems to understand, and what hopefully I understand, is when to call it a day, move on, find something else, as opposed to just keep throwing money at it. Sensei, final word, do you agree with that or not?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I mean, at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to provide different perspectives, the fundamentals, the charts, the sentiment, the emotions, the family, where we all talk about our emotions, what we're always here for each other. So it's having that massive scope of all different parts, so we make a clear judgment on the stocks that we're trading. And yeah, we're never going to catch, well, maybe once, maybe SBC can be that stock that we can, but we never. It's very hard to catch one, and if you do catch it, it's when do you sell? You probably end up selling too early. You might end up holding it too long. You're never going to go to the peak. You're never going to catch the exact bottom. You're never going to catch the exact peak. I'm never going to catch that either. But it's about understanding the market. It's about having a lot of time in the market so you understand these things. And for example, so if we we know Amazon is a profitable company, and if it has a day, like if a COVID drop comes again, we know that this company's gonna return. So that's a low risk opportunity. Let's buy Amazon. Or for example, when oil dropped, went to negatives. I know we can't buy in the negatives. I think it stopped trading at around $10, but we know oil, we need it. So that's a trade to take. So we don't want to miss opportunities, but we also don't want to wait too long. Or if, for example, the RSI can show oversold. I'm sure the RSI, I mean, overbought. The RSI was showing overbought from Bitcoin all the way since it was at $20,000 all the way to $69,000. So you could have sold so early and you would have missed all your gains. And that happens with a lot of stocks. So you don't want to sell too early, sell too late. You have to have a target in mind. And don't worry if you sold a bit too early, 40,000, 50,000, you still make a great gain. But it's about having all these different perspectives, having the fundamentals, having the trading, and that's what we're trying to provide to everyone. And when the next bull market comes, I'm sure everyone here will make a good amount of money.
Yeah. Absolutely, and I think you hit it on the head there. Virgin Galactic could be it, because right now, without question, it really is the leader in space tourism. I think we all recognise that SpaceX is not it, even though it's a wonderful company. It's not the way to go, at least not now. At least where the price is now, and Blue Origin and the balloon option. This is it. And it shouldn't be 90% of your portfolio unless you literally want to put it all on red and hope for the best and try and pick the grand national winner and put everything on it. Fine, that's up to you. But having it in your portfolio, to me, is a good idea. It's why I'm interested in it. It's why I've always talked about it. I believe that space is the next thing. Is it going to be Virgin Galactic? I don't know. It's the leader right now, but who knows? Who knows? But that's why I'm in it, holding my position, hoping for the best, but not just keep following it blindly. Because at the end of the day, if I never buy another share, I've got 1,165, and literally forget it. Now keep earning money on YouTube. 21st of the month, bring my money in, keep buying the S&P, keep buying other things which give stability, long-term growth, long-term security, and so on. And the portfolio, the percentage of my Virgin Galactic slowly gets less and less. So my risk is reduced. Right now it's 8% of my overall portfolio. That's very bullish, right? 8% is very bullish on a stock like this. It's 8.2, as you can see on the screen. Over time, if I kept not buying any more and kept buying the S&P, kept buying Amazon, kept buying whatever, the percentage would get less and less and less. In other words, if it went to zero, the impact would be reduced and it would get less and less painful and do absolutely nothing. And if it does go to zero at that point, it wouldn't kill me. But what if in 5 to 10 years' time, Virgin Galactic is like American Airlines? It's flying 10 flights a day into space, and this stock is now $100, $200, God knows where, and you own it, and I own it at $357. I wouldn't need to have millions of shares. The 1,000 I have would be all the money I would need, because the profit would be ridiculous. I'd have so much profit in it. I could sell a handful of shares every year just to sort of live on as a kind of pension pot, if you like. And at the end of the day, it's not risking too much, because I'm not buying it over and over again, adding and adding. I think the term that is used in this case is a moon bag. I don't like those sort of crypto phrases, but I think it sums it up perfectly. It's a moon bag. It's a handful of shares. 1,000 is not exactly a handful, though, is it? It's a reasonable amount of shares, which if one day Virgin Galactic does go to, $100 or something like that, I'm going to be very, very well off. And what I could do at that point, the company's flying 10 flights a day. Everyone's up and out, in and out of space every day, having a great time. I could go every year. I sell 2 or 3 shares, and eventually my shares are all gone, and I've made some money. Is that a strategy that would work for you, Sensei? Do you think?
Yes. I think it's a great strategy. I mean, every portfolio needs to have its stable assets, the S&P, the big dogs, Amazon, etc. And then you have to dedicate a portion of your portfolio to the high risk ones, which
Yeah.
ultimately can give you the biggest gains. But you also don't want to overdo it with them. And a cash is always a great position in times, so you can um catch these stocks when they do fall, especially those great stocks like Amazon. If you can catch Amazon on a 40% discount, that's great. If you can catch Apple on a 30% dip, that's amazing. So it's having all those positions and having a well diversified portfolio. And crypto is a position as well. I mean, Amazon in the .com crash went from $100 to $7 or $6. It dropped 93%. And a lot of crypto is sort of doing the same. And when it does make a comeback and it goes from $7 to, I don't know where we are now, but and that's before the split. So I think it dropped 97%, and then it went on for thousands of percent. So a lot of these stocks can do that. SBC has dropped around, I think, around 90 something, over 90%. So just because stocks drop over 90% doesn't mean they're going to disappear. They can come back, and those are the stocks where if you buy it at any range between $5 to $1 SBC, you won't be thinking about, oh no, I should have bought it at $1, I should have bought it at $3. When it's a $50, $100 stock, you won't
Exactly.
care. So
Exactly.
yeah, there's a position where you just buy and hold. It might be boring, it might be a few years of sideways movement, a few years of going down lower, but if you have conviction in the company and you say it's got a 50% chance of surviving, that's the risk reward for a 50% survival, but also making a 100x gain is much better than a roulette wheel where you've got a 49% chance of survival and what you're trying to gain is a 2x. So it's not the same as gambling. It's a risk to reward play, and sometimes you need to take it. It should be part of everyone's portfolio.
Spot on. I'm going to add some more, said Sid. I'm going to add some more when it goes under 250, which might be in the next couple of seconds, looking at it right now, 253. When will Virgin Galactic die if they don't start kicking things off? Well, we know we've got about 18 months of burn rate currently, thereabouts. And once that point is done, technically, then we start going into bankruptcy talks like we did with Virgin Orbit. So we've got a bit of a while, and the problem is, even though we're flying now, we're not making enough money. The money they get from the flights now does not run the business. That is a shame. If we were now flying regularly, which we are, and we could make more money from that, and that would be great. But the once a month, $2 million a month is not enough. If we could fly every day or even 3 times a month, that would make a huge difference. But currently, the fleet isn't set up to do that. It wasn't designed to do that. That's what the Delta fleet is about. Where we are right now, it's not like can go, okay, guys, let's get in the air tomorrow and let's do 10 flights tomorrow up and down. Let's get some money in. It doesn't work that way. They're not set up that way. They're not regulated that way. They're not allowed to do that. So it is an issue, and it is an issue that we've got to dilute the stock to raise the money to do those things as well. But that's why the stock is down. That's why it's an opportunity. So it's an opportunity on one hand to make great gains, but it's also an opportunity, you can lose your money. That's the point. If there was no risk and it was just a guaranteed success, then it wouldn't be 253, would it? It'd be a $30 stock now, which would be slated to go to $50 at the end of the year. Well, it's not. It's 253 because it might go to $50 by the end of the year. I don't expect it to this year, but that's because the risk is higher. So to answer your question, Jomper, when will Virgin Galactic die? About 18 months. If things carry on and interest rates carry on and stuff like that. Of course, interest rates could be cut. We could have a pivot in a few weeks' time. I don't see it. I think it's more likely to be a pause. Some people are saying another rate hike. If we get another rate hike, Virgin Galactic is in serious trouble. No question about it. But you never know. We might get a rate pause. That would be good news. We're certainly not going to get a rate cut, a pivot. But that would be great for Virgin Galactic. Wouldn't be good for the economy, but it'd be good for Virgin Galactic because their bills would come down. Their cash burn would slow. That would be good for them. But, there we go. Dennis the Menace says, yeah, I'm out of space. Virgin Galactic isn't a profitable company. The flights don't do anything to the stock and the burn through faster than they can make it. I'll get back in if they ever get their shot. Yes, together. Dennis the Menace. No, you're absolutely right. And Dennis the Menace isn't wrong in saying that either. If he finds that Virgin Galactic is now a profitable company and it's now $20 a share, but it has a chance to go to $50 a share, that necessarily isn't a bad move either. That might be a good idea. He then protected himself from potentially the inevitable of going to zero and bought a profitable company that actually makes money. Remember, the day, if Virgin Galactic is successful, and the day comes that an announcement is made, whether it's, just during a regular day through a news item or it is on an earnings report, that Virgin Galactic is now hugely profitable. They've managed to, bring down prices. They've managed to bring down costs. They've managed to sell more tickets at a higher price. They can go out every single day. The stock will start to move. And that probably could be a better time to buy it than now, because the stock would suddenly jump to $10, $20, and you go, great, now it's going to go to 100 for sure. So it's actually a better investment in waiting for it to be profitable than it is perhaps now. Hence why institutions aren't jumping all over it, as we put out in the video earlier, that some have bought in and some YouTubers are jumping on that going, hey, it's great, it's going to go up because everyone's buying it. They're not. Some institutions, Vanguard have increased their position by 15%. BlackRock and others have sold their positions or reduced their positions. So it's a 50-50 even with those that are in the institutions who have more information than I do. So, it might be wise to buy it later on. Anyway, any more comments? Have they set a date for the Delta flight? 2026, a couple of years away. But we're at the end of 23, 24, round the corner. And remember that the market is 6 months ahead. So if we know the Delta flight is confirmed and happening on this day and it's all going to be great, and it looks really reliable information, what happens? Stock price starts going up. People start buying it because they want to be in before it goes up, and that's why it starts going up. So, even though we go 26, it's not that long away. As you get older like me, you start to... Senzi probably wouldn't appreciate this. He's younger than me. But trust me, as you go by, years get faster. It's always Christmas. And if you told me 20 years ago, work for 4 years and you can get to 100,000 subscribers and the first year you work for free, I would have gone, forget it. That would seem like a lifetime. Now, another 2 years, 100,000 subscribers, good. I like your little Dogecoin dog that jumped on the screen there. Is that one of your animations? I like it.
That surprised me as well. I don't know what that was.
You don't know where that came from? Yeah.
No, I think I clicked on the Doge chart on TradingView and they seem to have got a strange animation for it. I'm just looking through the markets. Everything seems to be selling off, including the S&P and NASDAQ. We're having a slight sell-off.
Sensei, we are way, 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 way over time. I've got videos to get out. It's put me back behind my schedule now by some way. Thanks for tuning in this afternoon for this extended show. I really do appreciate you taking the time to come online and talk to all our viewers, give up your time there. Appreciate it enormously. Thank you ever so much.
No worries. Thanks for having me on the show. Maybe I'll jump in later, see what SBC is doing in the closing bell.
Righto. Thank you ever so much. Cheers, Sensei. All right, well, let's wrap up the show. Let me shut down the broadcast lounge. There we go. Let's come out of there. We kept on going this afternoon. This morning, you all asked for an extended show, so we gave it to you. Thank you. So you're welcome. Glad to do it, but we need to get off now. So we're not going to do day trader of the day. I'm so far behind. I'm going to be struggling to get set for this afternoon now. But we've got 45 still watching, 49 likes. Can we get one more like just to make it all worthwhile, just for the crack of it? Shall we see if we can get one more like? One more like. Can we get another one more like? 50 likes. There we go. And we'll wrap up the show. Thank you ever so much. I'm going to get off now, and there's no point rolling the credits. We didn't get any super chats during the show, or any new members, or anything like that, I don't think. Let me scroll up. No, I don't see anything. So I like to always do it. Oh, 50 likes. We did it in the end. Brilliant. But we are so over time. We do want to, I do need to get out. I've got to eat and do other stuff, life stuff, as well as continue to get ready for this afternoon show and edit videos. If I don't put them out today, they won't be relevant tomorrow, will they? All right, that's it. Thank you ever so much indeed. Let me play the music. And you know what? I might as well roll the credits. I might as well, because we're in the credits screen. 2:51 now, Virgin Galactic. Let's have a quick look. Nothing. I didn't think there was anything. There you go. Nothing to report today in the stars of our show. So let me just clear away the credits. There we go. You're welcome. Zach Zate says, thanks, Martin. Thanks, Enze. You are absolutely welcome. At 2:50 now. Still going down. We're holding our positions. 2:50, Virgin Galactic. Mullen has had a bit of a bounce today. Palantir is still going down. We had a nice bounce this morning, but back down again. It seems to be a very much pump and dump market at the moment. Things pop up, they sell off, straight back down again. But there we go. Let's have a quick look. We have 328 through the stream. Thank you very much indeed. Analytics, stream settings. There we go. There you go. 50 likes, no down likes. That's nice, isn't it? 5,982. The number one thing on the show right now is FFIE stock earnings. That's getting a bit of a view today. People are tuning into that. I wasn't that impressed, I have to be honest. The Mullen satirical video for some fun. A couple of people didn't get it, but I guess, 1,700 views. That's really good for my channel. Thanks to all of you that watched it, shared, left a comment. 10,370. It didn't roll round. Did we get any more enter the competition? 15,032. 15,265. Fantastic. Thank you for taking part, which means there should be some retweets on my account, unless it was just comments. Let's have a look. No, nothing on my Twitter this morning. Nothing to shout about there. Let me just put a like in there. Let me say goodbye to my Rumblers. Fibonacci Blue, Thandar Cool. Thanks for all of you watching over there on Rumble. But that's it from me. I'm all done. Thank you so much indeed. See you back this afternoon. Look out for the videos as they come out. Take care of yourselves, your money, your crypto, yourselves and stuff, and each other. Bye-bye for now. See you in a bit. Bye-bye.